Hey there, how's it
You're
going,
more
everybody?
relaxed now.
Oh, heck yes. We are live, and I got a lot of guests here today. I got my co-host, Black Angus Reviews. I got Flipped Out back with us. Got the Sith Kryptonian and Nerdette's Newsstand. Sith is our guest. Actually, we'll start with your intro, just because I know you were on last time, but that was a midnight one and a random. So just tell us a little bit about your channel, Sith.
Yeah, man. What's up, guys? I'm Sith Kryptonian. I run a YouTube channel of the same name, and I basically just talk about like Star Wars, movies, DCEU, stuff like that. So check it out.
Oh yeah, a welcome one in the community, and then a Nerdette. So there was quite a bit of news going on over in the last few days, huh?
Oh my goodness. Yes. I mean, starting with, obviously Stan Lee just shook the community.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like I personally wasn't too attached to him personally, but I mean I do see as, just a regular person the impact that he had on a lot of things. Like I mean, I only got into the Marvel stuff because of the MCU movies. And
Right.
all his little cameos are hilarious even before that, honestly. And I mean, who can have a better run on that stuff? I don't know. Who else would, as a creator that made it years ago? How many years ago did he make Marvel? I mean, and then he's just starring, just a little, or not starring, but little cameos in his own movie. Who else
Yeah.
would do that? And fly around everywhere. I mean, that seems like an easy thing, but
Yeah.
No, he worked literally until the last year of his life. He was still going to cons last year and signing autographs. He just, did his cameo a couple months ago for Avengers 4. And he literally worked himself to the day he died at 95 years old. The man is a legend.
Yeah, I mean, and if anything, he is. I mean, just the fact that he's 95 and he worked that long. I mean, think about all the people that complain these days, about everything. It's like, how long have they freaking worked? Like these people
Yeah.
that'll complain about him, for example, they'll say that he is bad and all these things
Oh
in
my
their
God.
20s, and he's 95. He's been through everything. I mean, honestly, yeah, this may sound bad, but even if he did pinch some ass or something, if you're
Mhm.
supposed to. I think it's deserving a little. Like you should be.
Oh my God, yeah. And he was also old, so you have to think, he the mind starts to go at some point. So what he knows may be a little bit off, and he may not be thinking correctly. So come, and it wasn't even that he pinched ass. He touched some girl's hip. He touched her. He put his arm around her hip for a picture. Come on.
Oh, give me a
Oh, it's
break.
disgusting.
Yeah. Was that really all the
That's all it was. That's all it was. She got a picture with Stanley, and she's complaining because he put his arm and it was laid on her hip.
the way everybody made it sound was as if he like totally fondled like multiple.
No.
Dude, it's the same crazies that are celebrating his death right now on Twitter that made it a whole big thing.
Yeah, that was horrible. And it was within 2 hours of him dying, they were already starting.
Oh my
I
God.
was still in shock. I still hadn't even processed his death, and I'm seeing he was a racist bigot. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh Jesus, no,
Yeah.
he wasn't. He was an
It's funny you
amazing
say
creator.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I saw EVS make a video about like SJWs are already attacking his legacy and stuff and saying, "Oh, he was racist and this and that, and I hope he rots faster than most." And this
Oh
and that.
my
I'm like,
God.
because they said like he's biphobic and this and that. I'm like, I'm bi and I'm black. Like I don't care if he's racist or whatever. He made
Yeah.
good art. I can, like what's his name? Lovecraft apparently really hated black people, and it's like, look at where the time he's from. You're conditioned by society. It's hard to be an abolitionist when slavery is a thing like in the Civil War. So like it's understandable given the time he's from, and I'm sure he's came around. Like he led X-Men and stuff, which is a lot of people cling to that because it's a lot of their stories are kind of pubescent sexuality allegories and stuff. So like he's done more for representation than people give him credit for.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
100%.
yeah.
Proper Jeremy in the chat is with us, and he says the people in this stream are more diverse than any group of SJWs.
That's very true.
I think he's right completely. Oh man, but no, it's like Stanley too. I didn't know that. I didn't know that Stanley was a Jew. Shut up if it's obvious. I didn't know, but I mean, he created Magneto, and I mean, isn't that doesn't that say something about how deep some of his characters can go with his personal life?
He literally
Yeah.
created an entire team of superheroes that is all about a dispossessed race.
Yeah, absolutely. Mutants versus humans. I mean, what does that lead back to? It's just like in the 60s with black and white. That's exactly right.
100%.
Except
Yeah,
for
yeah,
more effective
yeah,
than
you-
anything SJWs complain about these days.
Yeah, you watch X-Men movies, and it's a little bit heavy-handed when you realize it, but it's
Yeah.
totally a gay allegory of like, oh, can't you just be normal and this and that? And it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, 100%.
born this way, you know, like.
Yeah. It's like you can't choose your skin color. You can't choose who you're attracted to.
Exactly. And I mean, I love how he did the mix. Go ahead, Flip.
I was going to say, and when you get old like that, the funny thing is when your mind goes, that you're more honest about what you are. So if Stan Lee had started trying to touch dudes, I mean, it'd be kind of obvious, wouldn't it? If he was
Yeah,
more racist,
absolutely.
he'd start being like, "Oh, shut up," N-word or whatever. But he never did that. I mean, he's straight up trying to touch women and be himself,
Well, and honestly, so he just grabbed it. I mean, that sounds like a nothing in general.
It is a nothing.
And then the fact that he's an old dude, and maybe he was standing up. I mean, I don't know. It's like you could say anything with it. Oh my god!
We don't even know if it's true.
It's like
that's very true.
Well, even if there's photo evidence, I mean, honestly, if you're that old dude and I mean, it's not like he's like your boobs are mine or some shit.
hey,
Excelsior.
I used to visit my grandfather in the VA when he was, much older. I mean, he's gone. It's been that way since '97. But when I'd go there, there would be, guys in the back room screaming for nurses to come touch them and stroke their, you know what I'm saying? It was unbelievable. It was hilarious.
Wow.
You guys realize that I'm a nurse and I've been through it all. So that is nothing that nurses don't go through. And he did have some assault or like some charges last January with his nurses that were dropped, because at that point I've seen, you don't know what I've seen of old men that don't have their mind. That's just something that you go through, and they just need to realize that as a nurse that's what happens.
You don't realize it until you're old, and then you go, "Oh shit, this is how it is."
Yeah. So like, I grew up in a lot of nursing homes when I was a little kid. 'Cause my mom wasn't able to afford a babysitter. She worked at a nursing home, and saw a bunch of weird shit with old people. And you got to think, when you're old, you start declining back to like your baby self, essentially. And like, I have 2 babies, and they love grabbing their junk, boy and girl. And so when you're old, you're kind of reverting back to your infantile state. And so it's very rudimentary pleasure systems and stuff. Like, you only know sweet and salty taste, and same with like, easy pleasures and stuff. If they don't have ED or something,
Right.
Yeah, it's traumatic when you're a 10-year-old and you're at the VA and guys are walking around with their schlongs, yelling about them, like, "Come touch this." It's like,
look at the beast.
What is that? What's going on?
So, make internet douche. Where are your liners for this? This is perfect gold for you.
Flip, are you okay? Do you need medical intervention?
I'm fine. I tell you what, I took some Advil. I'm starting to feel a little better.
All right, that's good. That's good. Yeah, you sound so chill this morning, like as if you had a rough night. Big time.
Just went on a bender.
No, I didn't drink or nothing last night. I'm straight, man. I'm good.
Yeah, well, it's funny too. So like, so many of my friends, for some reason, most of my female friends are CNAs, and they work with like really old people and have to like change their beds and you get them to shower and stuff. And it's like, now they have funny tales. They get violent. So, old people get violent sometimes and scratch the shit out of them. Pull the hair as they're trying to do stuff. Yell and whine like babies sometimes. I mean, you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But Stan Lee, to his credit, when he's in public, seems more collected than so many people these days. But the fact also that he seems honest but still restrained. I mean, honestly, I would have loved to see him more let loose in public than ever, because that would just be hilarious to say, "Hey, fucker," or something. You know, when you see him sign stuff, I mean, yeah, he's just signing. How many times has he signed his goddamn name? I mean, like 10 million. Like, think of all the things he signed since he was young and he started all this. I mean, how many signatures has he signed? Like, that guy's
and
poor
he was
hand.
still doing it, and he was still doing it up and being carted around to cons, not because he wanted to. He wanted to be there for his fans. That's just he's an extraordinary man. Think about it. There's not somebody in literature, in comics is literature, that has given that much to a fandom in the past ever. I mean, if you think about it, can you name one person?
No.
I know he'll be forever missed. Like, it's still, he's one of, like, if it wasn't for him, my childhood would have been so different. It's so weird to think about.
Same here. He accomplished a lot, and in a way he brought a lot of the escapism that people needed, especially growing up. Like, if you grow up in rough areas and tough times. But just because he's a white man, there's going to be people who think that he doesn't give a shit about those kids when it's so obvious in his work that he does.
Absolutely.
Yeah, did y'all see Doomcock had like an 8-minute depressing think piece about Stan Lee, and you could tell he was broken up, and it's reminiscent of him talking about like the rape of Discovery and Star Wars and this and that, and like how they've just assaulted the mythos of these characters. And he's talking about Spock, and you definitely tell that Doomcock grew up like a lonely kid, and Spock was inspirational, and the Fantastic Four was inspirational, gave him an outlet. So I don't relate. I'm new to comics for the last like couple years maybe, and so it's just I feel like Doomcock that was an outlet for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the reason why, myself included, and a lot of people in Star Wars got so upset when they saw Luke Skywalker reduced to like a suicidal, cynic coward in a film just because somebody wanted to subvert expectations. It's just like these characters and these worlds, right? They're more than just movies. Like, you see people saying, "Oh, it's just a movie," but really, it's not just a movie. It's more than that, because, like I said, people cling on to stuff like that, like when they're going through tough times, or they're growing up, or maybe they don't have a role model, and the one they had was Luke Skywalker, or maybe like the Fantastic Four or Captain America.
Yeah, exactly. EVS, Ethan Van Sciver, put it like, the way that they had it, because Green Lantern and all these other characters were invented for a long time, and, new writers have to write for them, and it's like an extreme bit of pressure in a way to continue it without screwing it up. Like, you have to make it work, and like, you can't just do whatever you want with it. Yes, you have the rights to the character for now, and you're writing it, but that doesn't mean, well, I'm just going to do what I want. Like, you got to make sure that, you got to try to make sure that it works right. Here, I had my playback on my phone real quick for the YouTube for this chat, and it's saying no connection. Can people hear me in the chat? Can they hear us? Are we still good? Let us know. Proper Jeremy, Psych Nerd, Hallmark Channel Jeremy, everybody. Do you guys have the chat up on yours?
Yeah,
the chat's still going.
Okay, I'm just gonna restart my phone then, because I'm worried about that. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, they're saying
yes. They're saying yes.
Okay, good. Restarting it. Okay, good. All right. I'm gonna address the chat real quick. We got a nice little crowd in here. We got drawing for the fun of it. What's up, man? We got Proper Jeremy, a welcomed fan of us now. He is on board, and we got Hallmark Jeremy, or Hallmark Channel Jeremy. I keep on almost wanting to call him Hallmark or Mark Hamill Jeremy. Honestly, yeah, he's like, I come in, and then a loud voice screams, "Your boobs are mine!" Oh, oops. It's totally like internet douche. So I heard that shocking parts of your brain can change your taste in music, so it won't cure gay, but we can cure rap.
Hey, what's wrong with rap?
That's just a funny joke, I would say. We got the psychology nerd in here. What is up? We just had her as a guest on over the weekend. Said, I agree. He brought Spider-Man into my life, and I'll be forever grateful for him. Exactly. And Proper Jeremy says, oh my God, Doomcock's live stream last night was very emotional for all of us. Yeah, Proper Jeremy was on there too, and he kept on, shedding some layers there. He's supposed to be just Proper Jeremy, but he's got layers. Then Stone McKinnon too says, I wish I had something to add, but I don't really know the guy. I mean, I appreciate his work, but don't really have much to say other than that. Yep, same here for me, pretty much. But, just giving him the acknowledgement, even for people that don't know him as well. For us, I mean, Nerdette knows him the most, I would say, out of this group. But, yeah. Anything else you want to say about him before we shift topics?
I mean, just think about it for a minute. If it wasn't for him, we would not have Marvel. We wouldn't have, because he started with the Fantastic Four, and we went on to the X-Men, Wolverine, all these great characters, and then even shifting from there, all his funny cameos and all his insight into Marvel and, Marvel, Disney, whatever you want to call it now. But there's not an author out there right now that could even hold a tail to them. He was still signing autographs. Last year, he is in my mind right now. I mean, we just lost Steve Ditko last year, who helped with Spider-Man 2. So we've lost a lot in Jack Kirby. There's a lot of great ones, but Stan Lee was and truly is a comic book legend.
He was the god of.
He was the god. They are all legends. He was the god.
Yeah, man. I would just say, like, thank you, Stan. Rest easy, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah,
you're home with your wife now.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Stan and his contribution to Marvel to get up the game for DC, because DC, like their whole kind of strategy with their heroes, and you see it when you pay attention, is like kind of like American mythology, in the sense of like being gods almost, the way they present them. And,
Yeah.
What's his name? Stan Lee and his contribution to Marvel brought a personal element to challenge DC, and I think that's for the better. Comics
He flawed his characters.
Exactly.
He made them more relatable, and they weren't Superman to where they were completely invincible except for kryptonite. He made his characters human. He made his characters something that a child at that age, reading comics could go, hey, you know what? Maybe I could actually be that skilled. Maybe I could actually do that one day. Maybe I could be that person. So he's amazing.
There was also always a sense of like hope and optimism in his characters in his comics, even in like just like the silliness of the names or like where they came from. Yeah,
like how they all always almost seem to start like with the same letter, Pepper Potts. They he loved the names. He had to come up with so many, and he did such a good job with it.
Fin Fang Foom.
I forgot about that one. That was such a better example.
Is he like some dragon or something?
Yeah, he's a dragon.
That's awesome. So before we switch topics, though, a little bit, that was some good stuff about Stan Lee. Stony McKinnon Dude says, would he have thought that traps are gay? Just trying to lighten the mood.
Traps are not gay.
Okay, you heard it from him. There you go. Drawing for the fun of it says, I've always been a fan of DC, but grateful for the characters he created. Grateful for the characters that he created with Stan, Dino, Jack Kirby, but DC will always be better in my opinion.
Oh, I completely agree with whoever said that.
Yeah, I second that. I second that. DC all the way.
Yep, DC. But I'm a Batman fan to the end.
Batman fan. Yep.
Well, when it comes to movies, guys, I love the MCU, but when it comes to comics, DC guys.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then
I won't buy Marvel anymore.
I can't. It's too much.
Oh God, it's so bad.
For the comics?
Yeah. I mean, you know what? I did buy a Marvel title this last Wednesday. I bought Marvel Knights just because it was Donny Cates. And that's the first one I've probably bought in 15 years. Aren't there
Marvel Knight stories more gritty though, like the Punisher and the Ghost Rider and all those?
Yeah, and Daredevil and yeah, and I like Donny Cates, and I just had gotten really into him since he was doing Baby Teeth on Aftershock. So I wanted to check out something, and I seen it was Marvel, and I was like, crap, but I got to give it a shot at least. And I haven't read it. I haven't read it.
That's good. That's good. All right. And then, so another thing happened over the weekend, too, which was EVS, Ethan Van Sciver, Comic Cars Pro Secrets, has left Comicsgate to start his own thing that he more refers to himself, and that is All Caps Comics. And I know, Nerdette, we talked a little bit about this over the weekend, but what are your thoughts, Nerdette?
Okay, so I'm not sure the current stance at it, because when I was on Twitter this morning, there was something about, him coming. I don't know. He's hard to read. I'm pretty sure he's coming back to Comicsgate, but I'll check here in a second. But it started off with the I don't know if any of you guys watched the debate with him and John Malin versus Unranked Chevron, who had made a video saying Comicsgate was dead, and then Ingleteen. So it was I've never heard Ethan that upset about something or that distraught. I've never heard him get that angry that quick.
I need to watch that.
Yeah, it's on Raketa Law, and he did a great job moderating. He was so professional, and it was a great debate. Like, I was at the edge of my seat, like yelling at my screen, but it was a couple people in the community felt like Ethan was gatekeeping and felt like he was protecting his brand, protecting Cyberfrog and his name more than he was protecting the community, and basically picking who he wanted to be on a show and all this stuff. What it boils down to, in my opinion, though, and I did just do a video about this yesterday, what it boils down to is a couple people got pissed that they're Indiegogos, and I'm not talking about Unranked now or Ingleteen, but
Tim Lim.
What's that?
Like Tim Lim and those British couple that's like Ethan Van Sciver is dead or something. Those guys that you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about creators. They got upset that they didn't get featured on Ethan's morning show, because if he puts you on your morning show, you're Indiegogo, there's a really good chance that it's going to get funded. It's Ethan. I mean, come on. And they said he was gatekeeping. And then there was the issue with Nurkish with the Discord saying that, there was some, and I won't repeat what was said. You can look at the, you can go on the debate to see what was said on Nurkish Discord, because it was absolutely disgusting. It was anti-Semitic, and it was the most anti-Semitic thing I have ever heard in my life. And
Nurkish said it?
Nurkish did not say it.
It was stuff on his Discord.
It was on his Discord. But Nurkish is very, very much a free speech absolutist. He believes everyone should be able to say what they want when they want. He believes in just free speech in general. So he refused to delete it. He refused to ban them. And he was at the point where people were getting so upset with him that he was going to get doxxed. And Ethan said, look, you need to get your Discord under control. You're giving comics, people already think Comicsgate's a hate movement. So this anti-Semitic talk is not going to look good for the community. How can you say that? How can we combat these people saying it's a hate movement if you're sitting here letting these people say all this stuff? And I completely agree with them. And not only on top of that, he was afraid for his friend who has a family, that he was going to get doxxed and these people were going to do something, make him lose his job, or even worse. So he intervened, and that's why Cash Grab, that is gone now. So Ethan got sick of it. He's one person. He can only take so much crap from a community. And he said, fuck it, I'm done. I'm out. And I don't blame him. You can't constantly bitch at a person, but still expect them to lead your movement. You can't.
It's so weird. Yeah. I know they've been having squabbles about him like advocating gatekeeping, and then it started with the whole Trump Force thing with Tim Lim.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that sentiment was still going on.
Yeah, well, it was only a week and a half ago that happened.
Well,
maybe 2 weeks
with Tim Lim. I think he's talking about when he brought up the Space Force when he was on his stream with his dad.
Oh, okay. That was a while back. Okay.
I have the script of what you said, and I know exactly what your words were. And
actually, I have the transcript, Ethan, and this is what you said.
Yeah. So and then I feel like, I like the guy, which is what sucks, and I think he's a good guy, But Unranked Chevron making that video was the straw that broke the camel's back. And it really, really put a damper on the community. And now I should have looked more this morning, but I was on that other stream. But I think basically what he's saying, you know, what EBS is saying is I stepped away from Comicsgate as this, I'm still going to help with Indiegogos. I'm still going to do this, but I refuse to be your leader if I'm treated this way. And I don't blame him, not one bit. You can't expect the man to be able to do everything to represent every YouTuber or Indiegogo or artist. You can't expect that out of one person.
Yeah, I mean, I think he put it best too when he said that he doesn't really get anything out of it. You know, he's just doing it.
Yes, exactly.
I'm thinking of it too. It's like we're doing a live stream right now. I mean, this is just a live stream for your YouTube. I mean, it's not an obligation. He's not fulfilling an agreement. He's just, you know, hey, I want to have people on my show. You got to be entertaining.
Exactly.
And I mean, I do understand that too. I mean, I like the concept of finding smaller people to rise them up. But I mean, you know, for him, with his name and who he's had on and what he tells people to buy, they have to meet a quality that he deems acceptable. So, and
I get that. And I get that. And he's done so much more than anybody in this community, yet he has just constantly got shit on, and it's not fair because he's worked in the comic book industry for 25 years. He deserves a mass amount of respect, and I feel like there's a lot of people in this community that haven't given it to him.
He's a legend, first of all, and those other people aren't entitled to be featured on his show. They never should have felt entitled to be featured on anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of it too that they keep on doing is like he just came onto it after it already started, saying that he's Comicsgate, but he didn't say. I mean, doesn't he joke around all the time like I am the leader? But he
does, but he doesn't mean it. He's saying it in a satirical way.
Yeah, everybody that's on with him says I am the leader. I am the leader. Like I am Spartan. I am Spartan.
Yeah,
exactly.
I just feel like where people felt like kind of like thrusted the leadership role on him was when he started like doing live streams on his channel, and then he became the source of exposure for these guys.
Yep.
So they just kind of want to like thrust on his shoulders like, oh, it's your job to keep Comicsgate alive by featuring our comics, which is just like, it's not anyone's job. Like you're not entitled to this.
They have that sense of entitlement. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, as a man of similar age to Ethan, and trying to fit in as much as I can in a day. I mean, I was just talking about this with the rookie last night, but, you know, we're all trying to catch everyone else's videos, create our own videos. Can you imagine what that was like for Ethan? I mean, all that on his shoulders, and you guys are right. They were like, oh, no, now you got to keep it alive because, you know, you're helping our channels. I mean, I respect Ethan. Because he's, you know, just a veteran of comics, but I also respect his position. And by the way, Nerdette and Sith, you guys should have got about 5 or 6 extra views on 3 of your videos last night because I kept watching them.
Oh my gosh!
He does his homework.
I fell asleep watching them. So
hey, thanks, Flip. And I
appreciate that.
Yeah, I watched your Indiana Jones 5 update, and the skit in the beginning with I think what was your son was hilarious.
Thanks. I'm trying to get him to do more. He's a little shy, believe it or not.
Well, it was great. It was great. Your videos are great.
You guys too.
That's good. That's good. But yeah, so
Ethan, though, you know, it was a lot on his shoulders, and I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, well put, man. And I mean, too. I mean, it's funny too, is that the way that he puts it, and the way that I see it. I mean, because I still haven't read a comic book yet, but Ethan convinced me to buy his comic. He kept on doing Star Wars videos, and yeah, here's my little frog. Here it is, and it's pretty cool. And then there's some hornets that come and, you know, take people's skin off and suck out their blood. And then he's got a salamandroid and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh shit, I gotta see this. It sounds pretty cool. And then you know, he's able to get non-comic book people to want to do comics at all, and he seems like that was his idea, and you know, DC and them wouldn't run it, so he's doing that on his own. And then he's like, oh yeah, I'm Comicsgate and everything. I believe in what the movement is, and I think that's what he said he still does. Like he's all caps, he's responsible for himself on that, but still believes in the ideals of Comicsgate. And it's like that makes so much more sense for him because that is who he is. He's a leader of himself. And then if people want to do stuff with him or get shouted out by him, they go on his all caps thing.
Yeah, and it also makes sense that it's on a separate channel now because most of his subscribers on his main channel are like Star Wars fans like you.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. You guys, by the way, so Nerdette, Lone Wolf Cub, Psychology Nerd, I know you guys mentioned some other streams and stuff and Ricade a lot. If there's like any links you want to put in the description, you can now.
Okay.
If you ever wanted to, for people to direct them to whatever. So, yeah. Go ahead. So and then I was going to switch over real quick. One more comic topic, and then we'll switch up to like Star Wars or something. So I saw the video that you linked on Twitter about that Hut guy. And
Christopher's Comic Book Hut or the Comic Book Hut. He changes his name.
First of all, when I don't have my glasses on, sometimes like if I don't look at a word for like a few seconds, I misread the letters, and I thought it said comic book butt. It's like a comic book butt.
That's fitting. Really, that's fitting.
And I looked for a second. Hut. Oh, duh. But then, so like the first half of his video, or for some of it, he was making some sense for the most part. I was kind of agreeing with them, and then when he started saying, I didn't know that he was exactly referring to all you guys as losers, but the fact that he was just like, oh, look at these losers trying to do all this stuff. These losers copying me, and I'm smart. I'm pretty educated. These
oh my God.
I was like, well, my first thing was like, it sounded like he was comparing subscribers, and I'm just like, dude, you could have 2 subs or 2 million subs. That doesn't matter. Like, it's what you're putting out. So why the fuck would that measure you're a loser or you're really good?
Exactly.
Who's this guy?
Okay, it's Christopher's Comic Book Hut, but that's what it was when he first started. So now it's just the Comic Book Hut. But what he does is he sits there for 20 minutes and doesn't open up a comic book. He reviews but doesn't open it. He doesn't talk about it. I went on a stream with my friend DC Fans United on Sunday, and he was talking. He made a video the same day. And basically what he said is these losers are streaming right now. And he was talking about all of us. And he said, I don't know how Captain Frugal got caught up with them. And he was talking, it was very obvious we knew he was talking about us. And then he was talking about DC Fans channel. He was like, he's got 1,000 subscribers, but only gets 40 views. Like, it was so obvious he was talking about us. And then he was talking about Unranked in the debate, saying that he took what he had to say because he's this amazing, great, wonderful person. Like, and he's like, I'm educated. I went to school in New York. And he's sitting there coloring with his big boy markers.
Nerdette, is this the same guy that talks about himself like he's amazing?
Exactly.
Wait, so he reviews comics without having the comic in front of him?
No, he puts it in front of him. He just don't ever open it.
It's like putting a DVD in front and going, so I'm going to talk about the movie now.
Exactly. And he really... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
What does it sound like when because I haven't gone to his channel at all, but what does it sound like? Does he say, oh, I'm so wonderful? Like, how's it work?
No, he literally says, welcome to the Comic Book Hut. This is your host, Christopher. He says, this is your host, the amazing, illustrious, wonderful Christopher. And then he'll continue to talk and he'll be like, because I'm really educated. I went to school in New York. Like, he literally, and then he talks about himself in third person all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
That is bad.
It just sounded kind of funny. Like the way he is talking about stuff. And it's just, I only saw that one video of his, so I can't personally say what he's about, but I mean, yeah, he does sound like he's just full of himself with it, and
very.
I don't know. I couldn't get. It looks like
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
It looked like he had 800. It looked like he had 800 subs, and like as if he's like, yeah, I'm a god, and these kids are trying to be cool and shit. And I'm just like, dude,
almost word for word how he.
Is he doing a bit? Like, is this like maybe he's playing a character?
No. That's how he's been since he had 1 sub. I'm not kidding you. And I helped him in the beginning. That's what irritated me so much. Before he even had 100 subs, he would come to me and say, how do I do this type of video? How do I do this? Or can you retweet my channel because you have more followers than me? And I would. And I never had a problem. Like, he made a video about like Santa from Marvel. And he's like, should I take it down? You know, is this going to offend the Muslim community? Can you watch it? Can you help me? And then he turns around and he's like, I don't know how these losers got mixed up with Captain Frugal. Like, what? You literally got, if it wasn't for us, me and DC Fans United and Unranked, you wouldn't have what you have today. You wouldn't be as confident as what you are today, but you turn around and you make fun of us. So I made a rebuttal video and I was not nice about it.
How many subs does he have right now?
Like, well, when that video first went up, he had like 810 and then he dropped like 20. So like,
Oh wow!
probably right.
Imagine,
yeah.
If he's like that now, imagine his ego if he hits like 10K.
Oh, gee, I hope to God he does not. And you know what? He did get a comment on one of his videos that he made. Not that one, a previous one about the state of Comicsgate. And he got a comment from Yellow Flash, which is great. I've gotten comments from Yellow Flash before too, though. He's awesome. He's a good guy. He likes to see what's going on in the community.
Yeah.
And he got a comment from Ethan Van Sciver, and that was his downfall. He's like, Ethan wrote to me. Ethan made me special. Ethan did. I'm like,
that's adorable.
Oh my God.
That's adorable. Doomcock, World Class Bullshitters, Ivan Ortega, Ethan, they commented on at least one of my videos, but I mean, so
Ethan
cool.
just
like
Ethan tweeted out something last night. I don't remember what it was. He said, "Oh, my channel has stopped hemorrhaging subscribers finally," something like that.
I seen that.
And I wouldn't think twice about. I mean, he just probably liked what I said. I just had never left you, buddy. But if somebody takes that and runs with it, you know, someone lesser, you know, would run with that. It sounds like, you know, they have personal issues to me.
Yeah, and you know what? And there's literally only one person that I've ever told about this. But when I did my Drowned Earth review, about a week later, I got a DM, and I don't know how to show it, but I got a DM from Scott Snyder. And like I said, I never told anybody just because it was something that I was proud of in myself. I told one person, but saying somebody passed your review on to me, and I watched your video and I really enjoyed it. I'm glad you like my content. And that was like the proudest moment. Don't you want to keep that to yourself and kind of just, you know, bask in it? Why do you feel the need to share it? And I mean, I know it was a comment. Mine was a DM. It's a little different, but why do you feel the need to tell everybody like it makes you better? It doesn't make you any better.
You know
it just means something that you did was great. Great for you. You did. Why is that?
Because deep down, he knows that his content probably sucks.
Yeah, that's very true. And like that, you know, that literally made my year, but I'm not going to sit there and tell everybody because that's something I want to be able to share with myself and just feel great about, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't trying to overshare there. I thought it would work for the moment. It was a simple, you know, thing there.
Yep. All right. Well, I think that about covers it with that.
Oh no, I didn't mean anything bad about it. I just meant I didn't mean anything offensive.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
That comic book cut guy, he's kind of being like a Comicsgate side of Renfamous. He's really riding the coattails of Meyer and EVS and stuff. Because I've looked at some of his stuff, and it's like he's getting a bunch of views because he's talking about Comicsgate right when something hits Twitter. So it's like a lot of easy sell right now without.
Well, and you know what? Content. About a month ago, and this is another thing that made me so mad, is about a month ago, he made videos, and there was like 2 right in a row, and in the videos he was like talking about Renfamous, and he was saying, you know, she's great, she does this, she's this, you know, like basically saying how great she was. The videos were gone. I seen him, I asked him about it, and he got so shitty with me. He's like, I don't like her. What are you talking about? I'm like, you literally are trying to say that you're Comicsgate, which now he says he's not within like the last month. You say all these great things about Renfamous, who told a father to throw his son in the water. How could you say good things about this person? She is horrible.
Yeah. Sound like he had like a crisis of faith. Like, oh, am I on the wrong side here? Yeah,
it's exactly because that's how he got his start was saying he was Comicsgate, and now all of a sudden he's not.
Yeah, he's panicking.
I don't know.
The guy's not secure about shit, it sounds like.
That's unfortunate.
I'm glad that EVS made his all caps comic thing because, you know, the more and more Comicsgate is talked about, the name just gets dragged through the mud, and it's just it's really boring. It's tired to say now. It's just like, as far as, you know, everything that around it with all the drama that always happens. I mean, Robbie Rodriguez's butthole. There's the
oh god
stuff. I mean, Gail Simone. I mean, there's countless Vox Day. I mean,
Mags.
It's just, can we just not have all the problems?
Michelle Perez way back.
Yep. Here, let's adjust the chat real quick. We got a lot of people in here. This is a nice turnout. Rise O back here says he'll be back another time. Probably the wrong moment. Yeah. Sorry, we were going on for a little while when we're, you know, trying to talk about the topic for a little bit. We like to, you know, mostly get it all out and then address the chat in between topics here and there. And we got a lot of people in here, so that's a lot of conversations in this. Sorry, guys. I'm glancing at it whenever I can, and I'm sure you guys are too, from time to time. With the chat, what's going on with the chat? We got Alphamar Dotilios. I keep on calling him Doritos because that's what you say big time. Yep, and Rizo says, he said that it sounds almost the same. Rizo said, I don't know if that's how you pronounce that. It says, sounds almost the same as on my former Discord server. I gave it away, but it's dead though. I was kicked afterwards, but can still see how many members and activity. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Sounds like Discord is very free reign, but I don't know. Everybody said I should get a Discord so that we can like have our chats within our group over here or something, but I don't know. Do you guys have a Discord at all?
I have a Discord name, but I don't have my own personal one.
How does it work exactly?
It's like you make like a server, and then like you can invite people to join. Then once they join, it's like a big group chat / voice chat if you want to. It's basically just like a place where you can like centralize your community. So if you see a lot of people with like a fan base, they always make a Discord so they can interact with their community on it.
Well, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Princess Iruka keeps on nagging me to get it, so I'm like, okay, I gotta get one at some point. I say nagging in a good way, like so that we can all talk at once, I suppose, without having to be through Google Hangouts, which is probably better that way, honestly.
Hey, Rookie, one of these days we got to do a giveaway. I have a laser sword glow stick left from Halloween.
Oh yeah, you still have one of those? You want to show us what that is if you have it next to you?
Yeah, I've got a red one and a green one, actually. Here, let me see if I can switch my camera and I'll show you.
Okay. And I'm thinking the psychology nerd real quick. She's been dropping links down in the chat, some YouTube channels and whatnot. So thank you.
She's the best.
Yeah, she's awesome. I want to invite her and Cub in here and Alex, but that's a lot of people. It's hard. I think it's hard enough for us all to get our word in with this many. I'm going to click on the flip so you can show what you're talking about.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, the floor should be yours now. So.
Okay. I'm trying to keep my face out of here. I just woke up. There we go. I've got those to give away. And one day we're going to have to do that real soon.
That's too cool.
Yeah,
they're really weird. You know, you crack them, bend them, and all that.
Crack them, bend them, stick them in a stew, all that.
What's taters, precious?
Exactly. Yeah, we'll have to do something like that. But I mean, I don't know how all the shipping for that would all work. And
let's make them pay for the shipping.
I'll handle it.
I'll just send you my address, Flip. You can send them to me.
You hand deliver it to everybody.
That'd be even better.
Stony McInternet Dude says, "Mod me, daddy." Maybe next time, buddy. So far, I'm just modding people that have pretty much been on here for the most part for now. And then, Alex Lathis is in here. He was one of my first guests, along with the Lone Wolf Cub. Yeah, if you don't know him, Nerdette, he's a guy who does a nice sword videos. I haven't watched his videos in a while, but he does like the top 10 best sword fight scenes in movies.
Which one is that? I will check it out.
Alex Lathis.
Okay.
In the chat. And if he's still with us in a little bit, I want to at least get like him or Cub in here for a little bit, like just for a little bit. I mean, I don't know. Would to be too crowded with too many people, but I mean, maybe just to get a little bit of their word in a little bit, but I'm not sure either.
Shout out Lone Wolf Cub. He basically went through all my videos yesterday and watched them. So shout out to him.
Yeah, so the Lone Wolf Cub is very, very dedicated. He watches everybody's videos. He goes through so many of them. He tries to leave comments. He went through most of my catalog, even my early catalog, and I'm like, oh, dude, you don't have to quote me.
Well, that's awesome, though.
Yeah, I mean, I wish that some of the others that he watches would give him a little shout out, like Doomcock or World Class Bullshitters or EVS, because he's watched a lot of theirs, and they go for hours in just one stream or one video, and he's watched like all that stuff, so he's always caught up. And let me see. Yeah, Proper Jeremy says, "Oh my God, this guy sounds like a real Proper Jeremy." He's talking about the Hut guy. No, Proper Jeremy, don't insult yourself.
You're way too good for that. Yeah,
big time. And yep, Psychology Nerd dropping some nice stuff down here, enjoying for the fun of it, talking with some people. Something McInternet do still upset that I didn't mod him yet. It's nice to feel wanted. That's why I put a $300 bounty on myself.
That's one way to do it.
Yep. Stony, say a few funny lines in the chat and I'll make you blue.
Here we go.
Yep. Homework, Jeremy. If I ever get a comment from any of you guys, I'll be like, I have arrived. I'm not sure what that's quoting. I don't know, but that's funny. Yep. And then feeling blue, going down. If you guys saw my 200 subscriber video, I was like literally half an hour behind the chat when I was responding to every single comment. Now I'm trying to scroll a little bit. So I mean, I feel bad if I skip people, but I mean, can't have the whole.
Yeah, but at least you go through it. Not everybody does that.
Yeah, you're great with that.
Yeah, thanks, guys. And while I'm talking, or while we're all talking, if like in our conversations, if you guys see anything in the chat that you want to bring out, I mean, feel free or to save for it if you wanted. Yeah, Proper Jeremy says the Comic Hut dude sounds a lot. There sounds like a non-SJW Proper Jeremy in terms of the ego. Him bragging about EVS commenting reminds me of how Proper Jeremy brags about being Twitter BFFs with Frank Oz. That's hilarious. Yeah, it's like, I think Angus, based on that, you should feel pretty high and mighty when John Boyega liked your tweet or something.
Oh, yeah. So to recap that, do you want me to recap that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure. Okay, so I saw EVS respond to John Boyega. So someone replied to him because he's like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, dude. We're gonna make sure Finn's like top-notch character in episode 9. He's gonna be so badass." And someone's like, "Why would we believe you anymore?" And it's a tweet of a photo of a meme that says, "We don't care," in quotations, just something that Boyega said to someone on Twitter. And so it says boycott episode 9, and the Boyega's like, "Oh yeah, I was talking to this person, not you," trying to diss them. And apparently he's been blocking people who are part of the fandom menace on Twitter. And so I made a meme where I took a snapshot of that interaction, put it next to someone put Jar Jar Binks' head on Patton in front of the flag, and underneath I put this cartoon which shows Finn where he says, "I was taken at birth from my family and raised to be a janitor." And I mocked him. I'm like, just remember, Jar Jar Binks was a general. At John Boyega is a janitor, and
oh
he
my god,
it.
That's so funny.
He liked it, so that either means that he is retarded and thinks that I was complimenting him because he's had more, I guess, like a good character following than Jar Jar, even though he's a lesser character in stature, or he's playing nice with me being a fandom menace guy, because I've seen people tell him like, "Hey, you should be nice to your fan base."
Yeah.
Either way, it's funny because I hope it got underneath the skin, because there's been crap with him. Like, I'm half black, and so like I don't buy into all race crap. And there's like a BBC thing about him where it's like, oh, it's like a renaissance for black actors, and Boyega is a sign of this. And it's like, no, he's not. He's a freaking janitor, which is one of the only government jobs black people could get for years before affirmative action.
Not even that. Like, what does his character do? He chases the white girl for 2 movies.
Oh, that's right. You said that in your video, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
hey,
cool.
Shout out Flip. Thank you.
Not even that. Not even that. They sidelined him. They had no story for him, and they put him with the Asian girl, and had them meet with the Latin guy in a subplot that doesn't matter. So they put the minorities in their own corner in the story, while the white people affected the universe.
They literally said, "Go fetch."
Yep. We got 15 people watching here. What is up, guys? I'm thanking the Psychology Nerd. She's linking everybody's channels in the description or in the chat right here. Thank you. I didn't know that this was going to be this type of chat, which is awesome because at first when I planned this over a week ago, I was like, oh, it's just going to be Sith, me, and Angus maybe, and then Flip, Nerdette. Heck yes. It's been a very unscheduled week as far as a schedule goes because I scheduled everything, then just did something different. Which is awesome. So, yep. He said, Hallmark Jeremy says, speaking of the Fandom Menace, where do I get my membership card? At Walmart. I don't know. All right. So, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, hey, Nerdette, I was watching your Heroes in Crisis video. Heroes in Crisis #2. I think that's right. It's a freaking awesome review, and I didn't even realize that comic was out. Who do you think is the villain?
Oh, that's so hard. Because I have this crackpot theory, I guess you could say, that I think we're going to see Psycho Pirate. I think it's going to be something totally mind manipulation, because I don't believe for a second that Batman and Superman would ever act like that or ever reveal their identity on camera. So I think we're going to be dealing with Psycho Pirate. I think that Boosters, we're going to have to use his time traveling abilities to bring back at least Wally and Arsenal and Ivy. I swear, if they don't bring back Ivy and Arsenal, I'm going to be so mad.
No.
But that's beside the point. DC doesn't like gingers. Come on now. But I really don't think it's Harley. I think Harley is just as confused as everyone else. She's trying to figure out what's going on. She was just seeing it. I do think that it's somebody behind the scenes. I think it's Psycho Pirate.
Do you think it could be Scarecrow making a comeback?
Scarecrow right now is messing in the Rick Grayson line, so I don't know. Okay. He's kind of messing with that storyline. So I don't know that they would have him in both. But it could be. But I don't he's not that kind of a mind manipulator. He's more using his fear. He's a psychologist, but he uses his study of fear instead of manipulation. You see what I mean?
Oh yeah. No matter what it ends up being, I'm gonna buy that series because that's freaking awesome.
I do, and I love to hate it because they are killing so many great people. But every time, like the Wednesday when it comes out, I wake up and I'm like instantly to my phone going to get it. That's the one I've been most excited for. It's my favorite right now. It's amazing.
Well, it impressed me. I just wanted to ask you about that. Thanks.
Yeah, you definitely check it out. It's worth the buy.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna check that out too. It sounds awesome.
Hey, Nerdette. So, barring Joker, who is your favorite villain in the Batman catalog?
Oh, Ivy. Ivy for sure, because she's I like her more than Joker, just because she's smart, but she's a woman in that, I relate to that more, but she's seductive. She knows how to get her way. She knows she's got her men just at her disposal when she uses her, ability to make them basically her zombies. And then she's got redeeming qualities too, like in Arkham Knight, where she's very, very, she's pro-Earth, but she also helps Gotham to save the people, to save her green, to save everybody. So she's great as a villain, but she's also great in that anti-hero role too.
What did you think of Arkham Knight? Because I have mixed feelings about that plot.
Oh, I love Arkham Knight. That's my favorite out of all of them.
Really?
Yeah, it's I love the Batmobile. I do. I loved the tank battles, which most people hate. But
the gameplay is fun.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. The gameplay's fun. I'm talking about the plot with Arkham Knight and then Red Hood.
I did. I liked it because Jason wants that, kind of, you didn't kill Joker for me. You didn't do this for me. You did not avenge my death. So here's the greatest fuck you to it. And I'm sorry.
Don't restrain yourself here. You're good.
I didn't even think about it. Okay, but yeah, it was his big moment where he was able to work with Scarecrow and take over the city and have the militias and have everything just taken over. And I think that was one of Jason's best moments as a character because he was able to finally accomplish that.
Fair enough.
Nice. Well, that sounds interesting. Dang.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't played a video game in a while. I was actually about to say in a little bit if we want to suggest some games for each other or comics or something or films, we can do that in a little bit. But I'm going to address the chat real quick. Some funny stuff going on in here. It looks like Stony McInternet Dude says, "Please don't say that's so hard again, Nerdette. It makes me feel weird."
Oh my god!
I didn't mean to. I swear. I'm sorry.
He's always got a
That's so funny.
And that's all good. Yeah, everybody, don't feel restrained here. Yeah, I mean, it's free reign. Fuck. I
guess you are monetized, so.
In that case, I will read a chapter from Mein Kampf. So, no, I'm joking.
I'm not associated with the views of the people on this live stream.
Exactly. I'm okay with some cursing obscenities, but come on, yeah. But so we have 17 people watching. So everybody in the chat, everybody watching, follow all these people in my chat right here. That's in my group, the Black Angus Reviews, Flipped Out, Nerdette's Newsstand, Sith Kryptonian, but also follow people in the chat. Like everybody's got some good stuff in here. You got the Psychology Nerd, the Alex Lathis, Proper Jeremy, Drawing for the Fun of It, the Lone Wolf Cub. There's a bunch of people in here. Everybody give each other a follow.
We're all the cool kids.
Exactly. See, and that Hut guy needs to learn, like, this is how you get the attention. You just, I don't even know. Like, I like our community right here. It's like we all introduce each other. Our chat people gets to know the other chat people, and we all sub to each other. And then it's like we're all growing. Like we've all grown. How many subs in the last month, guys? Like, I grew 60. What about you guys?
I've doubled.
Yeah, exactly. And flipping, it's like the sub count doesn't always matter, but I mean, I like, even though we're small, we can still all rise each other up, build it up.
Hashtag rise together.
Hashtag Fandom Menace Phase 2.
We got Midnight Cherry TV in the chat as well. What's up, man?
Ooh.
Yeah, I said if you wanted to come on here at some point, we can work that out. I mean, I know you said you don't really want to live stream anymore, but if I have Nerdette on here and we're talking comics or something, I mean, he's a comic guy, right? For the most part.
Yes.
Yeah, big time. Yep. Yeah, that'd be good for some good conversation and
more than big time. Midnight Cherry's good people. He's one of the best.
That's good. Proper Jeremy says, I have 20 more subs. I don't even have a video yet. Yeah, exactly. That's what this will do, man. Big time. And okay, we got Alex Lathis says, my subs are the funniest number you can have right now. I don't know what his subs were. When I found him, he had like 30 subs or 50 or something, but he's got the quality of his videos go way beyond that. And I'm hoping he gets way more than that. Big time. Alex Lathis. And then got Stony McInerney Dude says, we are indeed the Cool Kids Club. KK. He spelled them all with K's. By the way, that's funny. Yep. So I was going to change up the topic a little bit, but honestly, since we're only in the first hour, I mean, I plan on streaming until, for another 2 more hours or so. So
okay.
if any of you guys have something you want to bring up now, go ahead.
Well, I did want to say to the chat that if you don't see me pop up and sub you right away, I usually wait till after the chat because I use only my phone. So no offense there. I'll get you as soon as the stream is over.
Okay. I can vouch for Flip. He follows through on that. So.
Yep, that's good.
Thank you.
That's perfect. Angus, I'm sure. Do you have anything that you wanted to bring up today? for topic?
No, I'm just kind of sitting back, responding to stuff that comes up. We talked about Stanley. That's really the only real news I've been following. Toy Story 4 is coming out next year. I'm kind of excited about that.
Oh yeah, what do you guys think about Toy Story 4?
The third one broke my heart.
Oh
my God, I was in like tears. They're all sitting there holding hands. Oh my God.
They're like, we're about to die together.
I know.
Oh, no, the toys, and they're toys. Yeah, that makes you think as a kid when you're like really getting rid of your toys. It's like, man, it's like getting rid of a real thing here. Like, no.
Wait, you guys got rid of your toys?
I know, right? Like you opened your toys. Mine are still in boxes. What are you talking about?
Some of my Legos are from when I was 3. Like I can see the bite marks on them from being 3 years old and not being able to break them apart. I still play with those.
I still have my I still have my Star Wars and some of my old Pokemon toys, but I got rid of most of my Power Ranger ones, which I regret a little bit because I'd like to have shared them with my kids if I get them someday. But I had to make room. So
I'm waiting for the franchise to die down a little bit, and then they start getting desperate for money, and they do adult Toy Story.
Oh no!
Oh good God!
Whoa, no! That could be totally wrong, dude. They'll meet Andy's mom's vibrator and shit.
I know,
bro. It brings a whole new meaning. Brings a whole new meaning to the character Woody.
Oh my God!
Same name.
Buzz Lightyear.
They call him Woody Jr. No.
That is so wrong.
But
holy shit! Flipped out is at 89 subs.
Hey, nice.
Nice, dude. Share your link in the chat.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
That's perfect. And Sith, we got you over 100 last time. Feel good.
I'm sitting at about like 103 right now.
That's good.
So thank you, guys.
Jeff the Iron Wolf, another one of our guys. He's our Cinema Squad member. He got over 100 as well subs. So heck yes. This is going awesome. I can see why Ethan likes the climbing numbers game. Like with their Indiegogo. So okay, let's try to get over 200 subs tonight. And Nerdette, I don't know where you're at, but let's get you.
I'm almost at 300. Yeah, buddy. I've gotten 80 in the past 2 days, so I am proud right now.
Awesome. Hell yeah. I want that to keep climbing. Subscribe to Nerdette's newsstand. Subscribe to Sith Kryptonian. Subscribe to Flipped Out. He just got a new cool, dangerous Sith series going on. And, of course, subscribe to Black Angus Reviews. He's got a whole hodgepodge mix that he's doing now with the NFL and nerd stuff, which is awesome. You want to talk about that a little bit, too? Angus, if you want to talk a little bit briefly about football. We're not going to go too long.
No, yeah, I won't get in depth. I know the crowd I'm talking to. One thing I've learned watching successful YouTubers and their suggestions is to upload frequently, to have some sort of schedule. And so my NFL picks, I am wholeheartedly an NFL and Star Wars fan equally. Big Philly fan. Patriots suck. Part of the reason I put up the NFL picks is just so I kind of pad my uploads where it's usually when I make a video, I might take a week to really study the subject and then make it. So it takes me a while. So the NFL picks is kind of easy. Kind of just look at the schedule and be like, oh, I picked this team, that team for these reasons. But I want to do in-depth essays about maybe certain players or certain teams or whatnot, or man, if this Super Bowl could have happened, things like that. Really, what's great about football, nerds that aren't into sports don't get. They have this idea that it's for jocks. It's only for fit people that work out every day or something. It's not the case. I met a realtor that was checking out a house next door, and we talked for 30 minutes, being strangers, about our love of football, and talked about one position in the game for 30 minutes, and it was great. Football is like nerddom when you see someone wearing a shirt or a hat of a team, even if it's I'm a Philly fan, our arch enemy is the Dallas Cowboys. And I've had so many great interactions with Cowboy fans because one of their greatest quarterbacks got shit on by their own fans. And I'm like,
Romo?
Dude, I hate your team. Yeah, Romo. I hate your team, but Romo is my favorite quarterback. So underrated.
Yeah.
The fact that you can break the social barrier of Facebook and Twitter and stuff with your head stuck in your palm with football and with nerd stuff. We gotta build that up. Football is another great way to what do you call it? It's like tribalism in a healthy way because you find rivals, but it's not like beating each other up or anything. Sometimes that happens, like especially in Philly, we're known to throw beer cans at people. I totally admit that. But that's what's great about us. We don't give a shit.
Wait, that was you? That was you?
I wasn't there, but I totally would have joined in because fuck the Vikings. Going to the Rocky statue and putting Vikings gear on him, that deserves beer cans in your face.
Oh my
sorry.
God.
Yeah, Philly, we're unapologetic. We're diehards. And also, the great thing about football is that when your team sucks, it takes perseverance to be a fan and get shit on by people like, oh, you're a Philly fan? Because before last year, we've never won a championship for like 50 years. Same with Cleveland area fans for their sports teams. Before the Cavs won, they got shit on all the time. And it's so great to hear fans that have been following it for years and always being crapped on, and then hear them cry on the radio like, I'm so sad my friend wasn't here to see that like we finally won. And it's just like heartbreaking and you cherish that moment. Even if you hate that team, you feel glad for that fandom. It's really great. It can have like that Stan Lee effect, like you hear with Doomcock just practically bawling about Stan Lee dying. He never even met the guy, but he had that effect on him. When my team won, because I'm not from Philly, I'm from Oklahoma, so I picked my team as opposed to being raised with them. And because I'm raising my son to be a Philly fan, like any good parent does with their team, when we won, I grabbed my son out of his bedroom and I just started bawling, holding him, because it's like, you can't ever be called a loser anymore. We won, and you've inherited that, and it's just so great.
Nice, well put, man. Yeah, see, I think that in the future you'll have some great mix of football and nerd videos. I still think you should combine them into the same video sometimes, but
you know,
I gotta find the right way. Like I might do a kind of a Star Wars similarity with the Eagles beating the Patriots, because this team somehow has been to 8 Super Bowls in like 15 years, which is unheard of. It takes like a whole 50 years or more to ever get to that stature, and they've done it in 15 years with free agency. And we lost to them in 2004, and then we finally beat them with a backup quarterback, and it was like the Rebels taking down the Death Star, dude. It was like we destroyed the evil empire, and everyone, even if they hate us, is like, well, I'm glad Brady lost. Good for y'all.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Sith, who's your team?
For NFL?
Yeah.
The Giants.
Oh, yeah, y'all surprisingly won in San Francisco, so good job for y'all. I don't hate the Giants. I want to beat y'all, of course, but I've rooted for y'all when y'all played the Patriots. It's kind of like when we play, whoever wins is going to win the division or fight for it. So
exactly,
I have no beef with y'all. And we have better wins over y'all anyway, you know. Like, sure, you beat us, but we have the miracles against y'all that are a big blemish on your career as a team.
One of many blemishes.
Yeah, I'm gonna address the chat real quick. So we got a lot of people in here. I can't catch everybody. I apologize. You got 25 people in here. Nice. That Psychology Nerd was saying that she still has her Batman, but wishes that she didn't get rid of it. The Doritos guy, I still call him that, even though that's not his name. Does anyone here play Kingdom Hearts? I think the reason there is a Toy Story 4 is so that it will come back in the Kingdom Hearts 4 or something. Oh, maybe.
Oh, I never thought of that. That's okay.
Have they ever had them in Kingdom Hearts? The Toy Story guys?
No.
Buzz Lightyear, I could see him lobotomizing somebody with his laser.
Not that I remember. I mean, maybe the chat will know more, but I've only played Kingdom Hearts a handful of times.
Yeah, let us know in the chat if Toy Story has ever been in Kingdom Hearts. And then we got Lethal Lightning here. He was the guy that hosted your last stream that you were on, right?
Lethal, hey.
Yeah, what's up?
I was just in there with him.
He said, if I ever have kids, they're not touching any of my cool shit.
I know, right?
Exactly. Those are for show, not tell.
Just because they're toys doesn't mean they're not precious.
Yeah, exactly. And all right. All right. Going down, there's a lot of people in here. What is up? Hallmark Channel Jeremy again. He said Toy Story, a XXX parody.
Oh God.
I'd watch that.
I was thinking when he said, I'm thinking of Vin Diesel. So I'm thinking of Woody going off on a motorcycle and shit. But yeah, I know what he means.
but the problem is he's a collector, so he never takes the adult toy out of the box.
Yep. But that'd be a funny one too. They're just a collector Toy Story or something. They're just in the box. Hey, what's up, dude? I can't move. You can't get out either. Oh shit.
No, the mission is to free Woody, who's a dildo in a box.
Oh my god.
No, Woody and Buzz.
Now you got it.
Frank and the Shahan Wiener Dog Clan. Hello. That's the guy's name. Shock in the. Oh, that's a long one. Sonny McInternet douche, where are you? Your name is fun to read. And then, yeah, the Lone Wolf Cups in here. He says, check out Sith's last live stream. It's funny like hell. Yeah, your last stream was pretty funny, man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you guys just shit on you. but it's kind of funny, or the way you guys step on each other.
Oh yeah, it was a complete shit show, but I guess people like shit shows. So.
It's entertaining, and I think that's the biggest point, is that it's definitely entertaining. And we got some people. We got Raggedy Man. What's up, man? He says, "Go Panthers! Fall apart even harder." And I guess I think that's meant toward you. I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know. Unless he's talking about the black.
They showed us up this year in Philly. We were up 17-0, and then they blew us out in the fourth quarter, and it was embarrassing. But it's not our year this year, unfortunately.
Oh, damn. Lone Wolf Cub says, "What the hell is sports ball?"
Right?
Yeah,
he's German.
Sports ball.
He's like, no.
Watch some soccer, you damn European.
Yeah.
Hey, what's wrong with soccer?
No, he doesn't like sports, and I'm like, dude, watch
sports
soccer.
Ball. Yep.
Oh, okay.
And we got Scabby YouTube, or he says Scabby or Scabby.
Shabby.
Is that one of your guys followed? Okay. He says that the YouTube algorithm really screws people that do take their time with the video. Yeah, exactly. Angus and I were talking about this yesterday. Like, I have my Cookie Critic parody video things. That takes me 2 seconds to think of and do, like 4 minutes to record. And then I take like weeks to do like my Spartacus versus 300. And my Cookie thing has over 10 more views than it. Like, what? What the hell?
Hey, sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Have you guys had trouble uploading to YouTube ever? Like
No.
Last
No.
Yeah, I did. Right before when YouTube went down for that couple hours, every time I uploaded like 2 or 3 videos, and I always make them private until I finished my tags and my annotations and my end screen. Then I would put them public, and they would just disappear. It was like 3 videos in a row.
Yeah, it's the strangest thing.
You guys ever have that glitch where you change the thumbnail, but it just reverts right back?
No, I haven't had that.
It only does. It does that within the first half hour sometimes, but after, like when you change it, but then it should go normal after that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that does happen sometimes. Or you'll make a change on a video, and it just, for some reason, it might change, and then you come back and it's not changed. It just takes a little bit for it to adjust for some reason. Gotcha. I don't know. And then we got Jez Oldfield in here. What's up, buddy? He's a longtime follower in the chat and good one. He's been on like Doomcock's chats and stuff in the crowd, and he actually got a microphone recently. So we're me and Cub and Angus are going to talk with him on next Tuesday, in a week from now. And he's a huge comic book person. So Nerdette, if you want to come in on that too, you're welcome to.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Yep, and I'll probably invite you guys too. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I do like having some one-on-ones with new people, brand new people in it for the first little bit, and then just devolves, which I think makes it more fun because you can get more interesting conversations. I think.
There you go. Going
on with it, and anybody to say anything right now? I'm just scrolling through the chat looking for stuff. So, yeah, floor's yours, guys. Say something.
My name's Jeff.
Hey, I guess we can talk about games that we would like to shill or recommend.
Cool.
Okay, well, hold on. No, I got one real quick, and we can get to that too. What do you guys think of the Pokemon trailer?
I didn't know there was a Pokemon trailer.
Yeah, I assumed you would. Oh my god! So last night I was working. I covered a shift, and a lady comes up. She's like, "Oh, we're talking." I was like, "Oh, you excited for any movies coming out soon?" She's like, "Oh yeah, the new Pokemon movie, live action." I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" She's like, "Yeah, they're making a Pokemon movie. There's Ryan Reynolds in it." I'm like, "You sure it wasn't like a parody? Like Ryan Reynolds likes to fuck with people, and he'll put in the time and effort to make a good quality, parody. I would think." She's like, "No, it's legit. Like it's got good quality and everything. I'm like, what the? So I go and look, and yeah, they're making it a real movie.
Oh my god, are you serious?
A live action Pokemon movie.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, and you know the idea could be okay, I suppose, but I mean it's not necessary. I think keeping the animation is good, but so they have Ryan Reynolds and he talks as Pikachu. He's the voice of Pikachu, and everyone else only hears him say Pika Pika, but the kid that he meets can hear him actually talk in actual English, and it all takes place.
Goodness.
It's called Detective Pikachu, and it takes place in a city, and I don't know. I mean, if they were going to make a Pokemon movie, wouldn't it be about traveling around and trying to catch freaking Pokemon?
That's too easy, Ricky.
Were any of you Pokemon kids?
No.
Going up? Oh no,
not even a little bit.
I'm the baby. It was around right when I was young. So.
I'm old. What are you talking about?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I grew up with Pokemon a little bit, so I'll say at least.
Dotios says, "I see another film following Dragon Ball Evolution."
Oh no! Oh, it's gonna be on par with that, definitely. As far as a horrible anime adaptation, big time.
You guys see the picture I have up?
Yeah. Here, I'll get it onto your screen so you can.
Oh yeah,
show
now
us.
I do. Oh, he's so cute.
I know.
Yeah, but Ryan Reynolds. But Ryan Reynolds' voice comes out of it.
Oh no!
It's going to be
Deadpool. That'd be good.
Just voice over Deadpool over that Pikachu, and then tell me how cute it is.
It's so cute.
Oh no!
Whoa, Inception.
Whoa! What the heck? I see that happen on their streams all the time. I'll stop presenting. There we go. But yeah, so that's going to be the new Pokemon movie. And I mean, I'll admit there's like a few cuts where it looks like there's a few Pokemon that look pretty badass. Like Charizard looked kind of cool. But I mean, of course they tried to make him look cool. He's the shit. But no, it looks so dumb. And I hate it when these movies try to take something that's kind of fantasy or mystical and then make it in America and it looks boring. Like, you know, let's have this cool, awesome world and bring it into the city. No, make it mystical, like Mario Brothers, for example. Just put it into a city. You know, there's all these movies just make it star in a normal city, and it's boring.
The real question is how many Deadpool references there's going to be in the film.
Oh God, I bet there is.
I don't know. I don't want that. You know, but it would be kind of funny to see Pikachu go fuck. But only if it was in Pikachu voice. But it's in Ryan Reynolds' voice, so it's normal. It's like, that's normal.
Hey, have y'all seen that video? It's a few years old. I saw it when people were crazy about Pokemon Go, and it's like he throws Pikachu out, and he's like, "Pika Peek," and he's like, "Oh my fucking knee!" Have y'all seen that?
No, I've never seen that.
I will try to find it. It's a pretty funny parody of Pokemon fights, because like the idea of like, oh, I gotta go kick this other Pokemon's ass and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, nice. What is it down here? I saw something kind of funny. I think Midnight Chair TV said this chat is missing Brandon Moist. Oh yes, that would be fun to have him. Do you know of Moist, Nerdette?
No, but I hate that word. Quit saying it.
No, this guy's last name is Brandon Moist.
Oh.
And the world class bullshitters he always trolls them in world class bullshitters, and it's hilarious.
Dude, he's a legend on there.
Yeah.
I have no idea who that is, but why would he? Is that his real last name? Because why would you pick that if it wasn't?
He says that's his last name. Like, he said it more than once, so it sounds like he's trying to be legit about it. So I don't know.
God!
I can just imagine if he joined. I can imagine if he joined the army or he played football. He'd actually probably be really good, like Dick Butkus. He's one of the greatest linebackers. With an awful last name that probably got his ass kicked as a kid and made him toughen up.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Oh man, I was gonna show you guys something. So does this ever happen to you guys? I have this stupid zit right in my forehead. It looked like I could shoot. A laser beam.
Hello, how are you doing today?
If you just show that on screen, I would be mortified.
Papa, is that you?
It's just like I really think Like I just want to go. Like,
Oh my god, that's the funniest thing I've seen all day.
Hey, you can put on some Indian clothes.
Yeah, that'd be. I need a feather though, but I don't have one.
Not
but
that Indian, East Indian.
Wrong Indian.
Whatever. I'll say same thing. Okay, I gotcha. But no, it was funny. Somebody was like, "Hey, you should pick that," and and then it'll just pop. So I did that yesterday and got my hands all bloody, and now it's still freaking there. So
hey, if you want to make it less red, put Visine on it. I swear it works.
Visine. Okay.
Seriously.
Alrighty. All right. That's enough of my face. All right. All right.
That was Ricky, it's like funny. It's like SpongeBob. We're like, my eyes.
Yes. Yep.
We still love you, man. We still love you.
Yeah.
Yep, it's all good. What was I going to say? Do you guys see? There's a thing going on Facebook, or at least on my Facebook. I don't know about your guys's, but there's like a.
Who uses Facebook?
I don't know. Just I glance at it from time to time, but it's like there's a SpongeBob thing where it's like some type of mystery thing, and they're like Frank the fish, and it's just an orange fish that's in the background with a blue shirt, and they're like making this whole thing about him. He's like he's got multiple wives, different voices, and all. It's just like, dude, that's fucking awesome. I don't know why. That's just funny. But all right. Yeah, a psychology nerd muted somebody real quick, but she didn't know us for 300 seconds. That's all right. He was saying moist multiple times, which for me, it's okay. It's okay if people say moist. It's all right. Don't worry about that.
I think she got triggered or something. Maybe.
I think psychology nerd's testing out her powers, so she's just checking it real quick. So that's all good. That's all good. That's good. Oh yeah. So, anything embarrassing on your guys' faces?
You mean aside from my face?
Hey. My hair's blue. I don't know if that's embarrassing.
That's cool.
What I look like from waking up.
All right.
My hair is awesome.
All right, zombie man. Said you're going to do that?
Oh my
God.
That's
not bad. That's not too bad.
Your hair is less crazy than mine. Are you kidding?
Dude, you look like Sam Witwer's dad.
Sam Witwer's dad? Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that.
You look like Sam Witwer. You look like an older Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, okay. Star Killer. Okay.
I'm off. I'm off.
Yep. Okay. enough of that attention. All right. That could have just evolved into something. All right. Angus, you said we're gonna recommend games.
Oh yeah. Well, I was wanting to not lead it, but sure. So I'm not a gamer really, but my first tattoo is of a game, Shadow of the Colossus. I think they remastered for PS4. It's a PlayStation only game. From PS2, then they remastered it for 3, and they did it again for 4. It's a very simple game. You just play. It's like the whole game is bosses, and you have to journey to find them. But it's so majestic and ethereal, and it's so unique an experience. It just changed me. And it's only you as this kid, a dead girl you bring to a temple, and your horse. And the whole plot is you have to destroy 16 statues to resurrect her. But to do it, you have to kill what they represent, which is these colossi across the map. And each one becomes more and more a riddle. And some of them get like as small as a cow, which you think, oh, that's not small. But when you're playing things that are like the size of buildings, and then you have one that's fast because it's small, it's so tense that some matches will take you like an hour to beat because you'll die if you try to rush it.
I keep hearing about that game. Like, is it really so as good as they say? Oh
man, I'm not a gamer, dude, and I have that's my first tattoo is the symbol from the beast. That's how much I love that game. Like I'm not a Zelda kid. I tried to play Zelda on the GameCube recently. I don't get it. I don't get why people love Zelda. I think Nintendo in general is overrated. I've played like the Pokemon games and stuff. I'm just like, I don't get it. This is for little kids.
Yes, the whole Nintendo system. I agree.
But Super Smash Bros, Super Mario, Star Fox, NFL Blitz 2000.
I like Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, Super Smash Bros. Is the shit. What was the name of the game you recommended, Angus?
Shadow of the Colossus.
Shadow of the Colossus. I'll write that down. I'll look that
I'm
one
gonna
up
get the
later.
remaster, I think.
Yeah, I have an Xbox One though, so I have to play on PS3. But I originally played on PS2, and I never played games, and I bought it, and we came home at like midnight, and then I started playing, and like at first it's like kind of weird, and then you get to the first thing, and it's like, holy shit, this game starts with giant beasts, and it's like trying to stomp you to death, and it just freaked me the fuck out. You know, the first time I played it, I was like 12.
Nice. It's a pretty good suggestion, man. Nice. You said it's for PS3?
It was for PS2 originally, then they remastered it for 3,
yeah.
and then they've done it again for 4 because it's one of the best rated PlayStation games ever.
If they ever get that on PC, I might play that at some point. I'm not much of a gamer either, but I don't want to buy a PlayStation or another Xbox, so I'd probably just wait if it ever gets on PC, if they ever do that. Anybody else have a game suggestion?
I got one.
Yeah, shoot.
All right, I have two actually.
Go ahead.
One real quick, just because it's like awesome right now. Red Dead 2. It lives up to the hype.
So
I'll just
good.
say that it lives up to
I
the
want
hype.
to kill feminists, so I do plan to get this at
Oh
some
my
point.
God.
Nice. You should be allowed to kill anyone in a video game.
Yeah, and you can. It's
No
so weird because
limits.
like the guy that got banned for that, he put up a picture and he showed like 40 videos he made killing KKK members, but it was just the feminist one that got him in trouble.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Didn't his whole channel get taken down?
Yeah, for a little bit.
This is so
Did it get
stupid.
put back up?
Yeah, he got it back.
Good. That's ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah.
he should have, if anything, gotten a strike, but you shouldn't just be able to take someone's channel completely down.
You know what it was? It was Vice News. They did like a hit piece on him, and it sent like a mob of flaggers to his channel.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's still false flagging. It's just ridiculous. Oh my God.
Well, it's
People
like
are out of control.
You're being blamed for what you did in a video game. It's like if you jump off a cliff in a game and kill yourself, are you suicidal? If you steal some money or murder anyone in it, are you bad in real life? No. There's a humongous difference between doing that in a game and in real life. I mean, seriously, that's my biggest thing. I think video games will help prevent, people from actually killing people. They can get satisfaction of, when all the explosion blow someone up in a video game. They don't need to do it in real life. It's a video game.
Yeah,
but don't you know it makes kids more violent though?
Yeah, so the real kid's going to sit on their ass eating potato chips, playing a video game, and then they're going to go to the gun store, get a gun license, learn how to fire a gun, learn about gun safety, walk outside and go and shoot people. Fuck no, they're going to sit down and play more video. They're going to get the next Red Redemption.
There wasn't already violent tendencies in those kids from like when they were younger. It definitely wasn't that. It was the video game they played that one time.
Yep, right? Exactly, because one video game did it.
Also, the music that they listened to and the comics they read, and what else do we blame? The toys they played with, right?
We blame Trump. Trump did
toxic masculinity.
Right. You hear that, Nerdette? Gosh, no, just kidding.
Wait, what did I miss?
He's like toxic masculinity.
Oh, that's okay. What did I get called yesterday? I got called a woman misogynist, so I'm good.
Oh, you've internalized
misogynist.
Yeah, I'm a misogynist now.
They call it
I wear that one with pride.
They call it internalized misogyny.
How can you be a woman misogynist?
I don't know. Ask Tim Doyle. He's also the one that goes around people's yards and plays Pokemon at 2 a.m. and talks about sodomizing pets. But I'm the misogynist, so.
Dude, Tim Doyle is a weirdo.
That's putting it politely.
But yeah, the real game I wanted to suggest was, especially if you're a Star Wars fan, the first Force Unleashed game, because
not
only is it fun to like throw around stormtroopers like ragdolls with the Force, but it actually has like a genuinely good, deep Star Wars plot that has ramifications for the larger universe. So I think it's worth playing that.
When it first came out, it was canon, so that makes it even cooler.
Yeah.
Seth, how do you feel about number 2?
It's kind of the same.
Well, no, 2. I feel weird about it because I know it's a clone. I won't say anything else because I don't want to spoil it. But just because it's a clone, whatever happens, like it doesn't mean as much to me.
Well, it's a clone game and a clone character. I mean, nothing really improves. It's pretty much a continuation, but it's just nothing really different.
I took that plot twist as like an up in the air. Like, was it a clone or was it actually him? That's how I took
it that way too.
I take it as that was him that got killed in the first one.
I think that it has to be a clone for what happens at the end of the first one to have any real meaning.
Yeah, same here. But still, it just kind of makes it pointless, I feel. But I don't know.
Hey, I always wanted there to be a third one. That would have been so perfect, a trilogy.
Same.
They were going to make one, and then Disney shut down LucasArts or whatever.
Yeah, they had a Darth Maul one that was going to be the same format in the Clone Wars, and you would be Darth Maul killing troopers and shit, and it got canned.
Oh,
it's like, oh man, I have like Darth Maul's my guy, and I want to play as him.
Hell yeah, that would have been cool in a Force Unleashed style game.
Fuck yeah, it would have.
The 7-star production says, "What does everyone think about Jedi Fallen Order?" I haven't played that one. I don't know.
I don't know what that is. I don't know anything about Star Wars.
Is that like an Xbox game?
Sorry. Oh yeah. I forgot. You refrained from this stuff, right? Yeah, you refrained from a lot of that.
Isn't there a Jedi game?
Everyone thinks because I because I read comics that I know about that stuff, and I literally have no clue. No, you know that little Avatar guy? Wait, which one are you? Sith. His avatar. I know that guy, but I don't know. The only reason I know him is because he was in Smallville as Doomsday. That's literally my Star Wars knowledge right there.
Don't feel too bad, Nerdette. I don't know a whole lot about comics.
Well, at least I'm not alone in this then.
See, that's fine. We all have different things that we nerd out about. So we all have our own set of knowledge here. So I think that's what makes it fun too. We're not all the same of equality in what we all know and love, so we can all learn a thing or two. We can all learn a thing or two from each other, and
But we all do have a lot of similar ideology, so that's nice.
Yeah,
exactly.
Nerdette, though, did you have any games you wanted to recommend?
Oh, my favorite video game ever is Injustice 2. I really spent way too many hours on that game. Like I got half of the legendary gear, and I've played, oh my god, I would be disgusted if I ever knew the real amount. But I love it because it does, tie in with the comics, and that's the reason why I actually bought the first one, which is good too. That is honestly that and Arkham Knight are my favorite video games ever. Those are ones I can replay and replay just because they're so good.
Did you like
and
Arkham?
The BioShock?
Heard a lot about BioShock. That's good.
Oh, BioShock, the whole thing, all of it. And at the end, again, tears.
Wait, Infinite?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a crazy ending.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've heard the storytelling in that is top notch.
It is. And it's so good. And people said about making it into a movie, I feel like it would just get ruined because it's so good.
If you're gonna play it, just make sure you avoid spoilers online.
Exactly. That's why I don't want to say anything, but just it's worth the play. It's worth the play the whole thing through.
Okay. Definitely. Yeah, I've had that in mind. Yeah, go ahead.
There's another game I love. When it came out like a year after Revenge of the Sith. Lego Star Wars, the first one with the prequel.
Oh, that one was kind of fun.
So freaking fun, and it's so monumental for every other Lego game.
Yeah, that one's pretty fun. Wolf wants to come in here for a few minutes, the Iron Wolf. So we'll have him here for a little bit. But here, I'll mention my video game that I recommend in a little bit. But first of all, Flip. Hey, Wolf.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep,
Are you driving?
No, I'm at a receiver, and I'm just waiting to get loaded into a dock, so I got a few minutes.
Okay, that's cool. Were you going to talk about your favorite game, man?
I've got a bunch, because I think out of you, me, and Angus, I'm probably the biggest gamer.
Yeah, you are. That's why I wanted you in here for a sec, too, because you're a gamer.
All right. The newest game I'm playing right now that I'm really enjoying is Battlestar Galactica Deadlock. You can get it on Steam.
Okay. You remember you talked about that last time.
Yeah, it's a strategy game a la carte, like StarCraft or some of the Star Wars, not Galaxies. Shit, what are the name of those games? I can't remember the name of them. They're strategy games.
Halo Wars or something.
Halo Wars, yeah, it's just like Halo Wars.
Oh, nice. You guys like the strategy games?
I used to play Rome Total War on the computer, but my computer's too new to upload it from the disk.
I gotcha.
Yeah, but if you like games like that, those are Battlestar Galactica Deadlock is right up your alley. It's rendered amazingly, and the replays, it's like watching a animated movie. They're that good.
Nice.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, when I saw the Halo Wars one, I thought that was a new Halo movie or something. I was like, oh, that's freaking sweet. Then it was the game. But...
I'm Rookie. If you want to check out video of it, there's a guy called the Mighty Jingles. He did a video on it. That's what really, basically sold me on the game. I was already interested to begin with because like Space Talk was talking about it, but then I saw some gameplay and I'm like, okay, I'm sold.
Okay, yeah, I'll look that up then for you. I'll look that up big time. Yeah, at some point I'll get into it. Yeah, go ahead, guys.
Other big games I play, because I play a lot of online games. Star Trek Online, Star Wars The Old Republic. Now, if you want to see female Star Wars characters done right, go play that game.
Hell yeah.
Seriously.
That game's awesome.
Which one?
Star Wars The Old Republic. It's the Star Wars MMO.
It's so good.
Oh, it's amazing. My favorite story of them all is probably the Imperial Agent.
Yes.
It is so well written. After that, probably goes to the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah. I like.
Then I probably say the Sith Inquisitor.
I like shit, I'm forgetting what it's called. When you're a Jedi and you go the dark side route. I haven't played in a while.
You still play as the Republic Force, but you can go a light side Sith, a dark side Jedi. I mean, you could do pretty much anything. Angus,
like that's the Old Republic, yeah.
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 Oh.
Yeah. What's up?
If you want to get as close as you can possibly get right now to a Darth Maul character, go play Star Wars The Old Republic. You may have to spend a few bucks to get the Zabrak, which is what Darth Maul is, and you play a Sith Assassin.
Ooh.
That's the kind of gameplays you're going to get to Darth Maul.
I'm going to do that. Is Sith Assassin the one where you dual wield the sabers?
No, that's the Marauder. Sith Assassin has the double-bladed lightsaber.
Gotcha.
And then the other game that I really, really like is Star Trek Online.
Okay. Star Trek Online. Yeah, it wasn't that the one. Oh, never mind. I was thinking about the one that got banned, but that was the fan one that they did.
Yeah.
The tour. Yeah.
Yeah, the tour. No, Star Trek Online is officially licensed by CBS. You can play as a Discovery captain if that's so your choice, because that's just the newest expansion, which I have one, but it's not my favorite captain. You can play as a TOS captain. You can play as the mainline 2409 Federation captain. You can get uniforms from every Star Trek, franchise, the movies, TV shows, what have you.
Right, I got you, man. I like your insight on that, dude.
I mean, the sky's pretty much the limit. Hell, I did an entire character in the JJ Prize just for shits and grins. I even have a JJ Prize Enterprise.
Nice, dude. JJ Prize Enterprise, sweet. Well, all right. Is it pretty windy over there?
Is it what?
Is it pretty windy over there?
That's a little windy. Right now I'm in Louisville.
Oh, nice.
Sounds like you got a storm going on over there or something.
Oh, no, I'm inside my truck right now. I have the air on because it's about 37 degrees outside.
What do you do, Jeff?
I'm a truck driver.
Awesome. I don't know. That job always seemed so much fun to me because, like, you drive a big truck, you can sleep in it, and then you go across the country.
Well, my job is I run out of Columbus, Indiana, and I run regional. I run about 150 miles radius. I live right outside of Indianapolis.
Gotcha.
But I have driven over the road. It can be fun, but on other times it's like, oh, I've been to all these places, but I've only really seen a lot of it from the interstates. It's not like I've got to stop in places like Dallas Fort Worth or Flagstaff or Phoenix. I mean, I've been through them. I've never really stopped in them.
What do you do to break up like to kill time basically while you're driving?
Usually I put my I have a tablet right now and I have a window mount for it. I use it for GPS and I use it for YouTube. If I'm not listening to a video, I'll turn it on to like one of my playlists that does a lot of music and then just turn my map on and just listen to music all day.
So you're using your phone?
Tablet.
Oh, sorry. I missed that. Broke up.
Yeah, everybody follow the Iron Wolf. He does his videos while he's driving. Safely though.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, like, I have a camera on my cell phone. I have it going through my headset. I can just hit record and then just drive and talk, and it's not that hard to do.
Yeah, true.
That's true.
And when you're driving, 3-4 hours at a stretch, talking breaks up the monotony because it's real easy to get into that 1,000-yard stare and then look around and go, "Oh, fuck am I?" I've actually missed my delivery by like 20 miles once because I just got in the zone and then realized, oh shit, I missed my.
Oh my gosh!
Just end up in Canada.
Hell yeah!
Oh, I've been just over the Canadian border. I mean, just to the Canadian border, right of New York State. 87, I think it is. Where if I went any farther north, I would be going through the checkpoint to go into Canada. It's like, wow, I can reach out and practically touch Canada.
Sweet. Nice, dude. You ever been to Niagara Falls?
No, that's one of the few places I haven't been.
That is one of the few places I have been. I don't travel much either, so nice, dude. It is pretty cool. You could feel the mist from all the way in the parking lot.
Yeah. Let's see. Places that I have been. I've been to Orlando multiple times. Tampa.
I was going to ask you. Sorry to interrupt. I was going to ask you, since we got you right now, and probably won't have you again until this weekend for the Cinema Squad. Is there anything you wanted to bring up? Anything news? Anything you wanted to talk about, real quick?
Besides Stan Lee passing away, and he's barely even dead, and people are already trying to call him misogynist, racist. And it's like, this is why I call you fuckers NPC, part of my language. You have
Go ahead.
no human decency or empathy and have no critical thinking to even realize the man has published more than once decrying bigotry and racism.
Dude, they're the same people that look at us and say, "Oh, you have no empathy."
Yeah. The man wasn't even cold before they were starting to call him names.
There was one tweet I saw, and the fucking asshole, sorry to curse, but he basically was saying, like, the news broke on Twitter, and he was like, I'm going to wait for confirmation before I start celebrating. And I was like, fuck
Oh
you.
my God.
Oh, wow.
I was like, fuck off.
How would you... Oh my God. People are disgusting.
Yes. I mean, have any of you ever seen Sword Art Online Abridged? It's a YouTube series.
I've seen some abridged series, but not that one, no.
You have to check out SAO Abridged. For anybody who's a major gamer, you're going to watch this and probably be laughing hysterically almost the entire way through. And you don't have to watch SAO to get it. But there's this great scene in the Abridged where Kirito is fighting this boss, and he starts with, "You want to know something? I really hate people." And he goes into this fucking minute-long tirade. It is so hysterical, and it's just like, yeah, I feel the same. I fucking hate people.
Exactly.
I mean, if you really want to find it, look up SAO Abridged Kirito rant.
I'll look that one up, man.
Oh, you'll die laughing.
I'll probably check that out this week. That sounds funny, dude. But no, seriously, yeah. So, would any of us, no matter who we hate in the media or in real life or anything, start just celebrating after they die? at all,
Never.
or on Twitter. What I hate is how they use someone's death as like to just get more attention on Twitter or on YouTube. Like, I'm dancing on this guy's grave. Why don't you come comment on me, huh?
It's not even that. Like, I
go
refuse
ahead,
to
Seth,
even.
sorry.
Oh, sorry, I refuse to even make like a video about Stan Lee. Like, I just sent out a tweet. Like, I see a lot of people, and I'm not saying they're wrong for it or they're bad people, but I see a lot of people like doing live streams about Stan Lee and stuff, and I'm just like,
I did one last night, butthead.
Look, I'm not saying you're bad, but I'm just like, I don't get it personally. Like, because I don't want to use someone's death as a topic to bring people to my live streams, you know?
No, and that's not it. That's not it at all. It was anybody could join. You know, we just were telling our stories about why we love Stan Lee and our favorite character he made, our favorite cameo, and just sharing with the community that loved him. That was it, and nothing to do with. It was just a bunch of people getting together saying what was so great about him in your eyes, and then it would go on to the next person. There was probably by the end of the night 25 people that did it. So it was just a community sharing. It wasn't like, hey, Stan Lee passed away, so I'm going to do a live stream and get some super chats. It had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, like Doomcock did like a 5-hour live stream, and he was practically in tears almost the entire way through.
Yeah, so it's a way to mourn, mourn with people, basically.
I have a question.
And cheer up by going happy. Yeah, go Flip.
So if Kathleen Kennedy bit the big one today, would anybody do a live stream about how you're glad the bitch is dead?
Oh my God, no.
Well, see, that's my point. Like you're saying that we would never do that, and I agree with that. They are the types, the NPCs, the SJWs. They are the ones who do that. Yeah.
Yeah, those emotions I just keep to myself. Where it's like, all right, I'm glad personally she's not gonna fuck with Star Wars anymore, but it's like that's not gonna get you anywhere making a video about that.
Agreed.
Well, the only way I would make a video about someone's death would be like, if we had like a modern, like a no shit real modern day Hitler, Joseph Stalin, or Adolf Hitler or Mao Zedong, and they died. Yeah, I'd be making a video celebrating they're fucking gone, and I would happily, tap dance on their grave. But other than that, no.
Yeah, well, it's like, if anything, I think most of us would wait to say anything. When would people start talking about them again? Or would they start talking about them again after they died, even if...
I don't think so. You show respect for somebody that's passed away. You don't do that. Even if you don't agree with the person's standpoints, or you don't care for the person, after they pass away, they still were a human being. They still deserve respect.
Yeah, that's
Nerdette.
Yeah.
For someone like Kathleen Kennedy, sure, but someone like actually truly evil and has done horrible things.
Absolutely. I'm not talking about that kind of. I'm talking about your normal everyday person, a celebrity, something like that, a Stan Lee type person. You just you show respect for the person that they were one day.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, they see him as Hitler for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't get that. He's an amazing. I don't get that.
Stan Lee. You can do a quick search on Google right now and just look up Stan Lee soapbox, and look in images. Like barely even a scroll down, you will see this beautiful thing where Stan Lee just lays it out what he thinks about bigotry and intolerance and how to get rid of it. He was completely against it, and he spoke out every chance he could about it.
And they don't like that.
Him.
They don't like that.
Yeah, well, to go even further, like that, we were talking before, like even like in X-Men, for example, it's obvious in his comics where his stance on bigotry and marginalized people are.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, he had a hand in writing X-Men. He didn't like write a solo, but you could definitely feel his influence.
Yeah, but he created those characters.
Yeah, by the time X-Men come out, he'd kind of taken a step back and was more in the producer role, but you could definitely still tell when, he picked up a pen and wrote some of the story.
Yeah, and Magneto. Case in point, Magneto.
Exactly. Yep. Magneto was a Jew, and so was he. And damn, I don't know what to say about that. It's just, I don't know. I don't understand how they could just do that. I don't know.
Because they're doing it for attention, is what it all boils down to. At the end of the
Not
day,
even
even if it's
attention.
negative attention, it's attention.
Well
Well,
said,
they're
Nerdette.
trying
Well
to
said.
signal their virtue and how great of a person they are by attacking someone who's evil in their eyes. It's like, you're just a sick human being.
They
What is
think they're
wrong
like
with you?
they think that like, oh, they're woke to bigotry even when it comes to this person or that person.
Oh,
It was the
jeez.
same reason I got pissed at Razor Fist when he was still talking shit about McCain like right after he died.
Oh, I did a video on that calling him out. It's like, look, if you want to consider McCain a complete scumbag politician, and I do, that's fine. You can have that political opinion, but when he started, railing in on McCain about being a traitor and making that, canned, they're treating us fine, I apologize. It's like, he was under duress and torture. Of course he's going to say that. He was there for
Right.
7 freaking years.
Dude, he can't lift his arms up above his shoulders. Like, what more do you want?
Yeah, I mean, I did an entire video ranting him at him on that one. I don't know if you ever saw it, but
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, I'm sure he didn't see it, but still, it just made me feel better to, swing right back at the fence at him.
Yeah.
And it's like Razor Fist, like I love his rants and his videos and stuff, but it's like what have you done, dude? You make videos online and you're talking shit about this dude who literally was captured in Vietnam.
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty much.
It's like,
But you know what? To give Razor Fist his due, he did a very, very somber video about Stan Lee.
Yeah.
It was actually a very good video.
I understand why people want to do these types of videos. They want to put up something that's, shocking and something that gets them attention and, maybe even goes viral. I mean, we're all really trying to get people, but I just think, how can they sit there and down? I mean, Stan Lee's a sweet guy. I mean, overall.
Oh, yeah.
I'm beside myself that even happened, honestly.
I was working on a video yesterday and it said, it's my latest one. It said Comicsgate is not dead. And I put it on a tombstone and I had already recorded it. I was in the middle of editing my video and then I found out Stan Lee died. And I felt so disrespectful for just the fact that I was putting out my thumbnail that had a tombstone on it. In the beginning of my video, I'm like, I am sorry. This was totally a coincidence. I had no idea that Stan Lee passed away when I recorded this video and made this thumbnail. I felt so guilty about that. I can't imagine how these people feel. They must hate themselves.
Don't you wish you had good timing like that with something else? Because, damn.
Seriously.
Yeah, I felt awful for just doing, and it wasn't even ever intentional or done on purpose. It was the fact that Unranked Chevron had done that and said Comicsgate was dead, so I was kind of parroting that. And I felt so bad. I'm like, I gotta record something so people don't think I'm being an asshole.
That was a good move, by the way.
Yeah.
That saved it. But no, I also saw somebody go, well, Stan Lee waited until Comicsgate was dead before he could die.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Like,
Are you fucking kidding me?
try to say something like that. Oh yeah, I gotta hold out until Comicsgate is finished, and then I'll die. No, that's not.
No, Comicsgate isn't dead anyway.
I bet you he didn't even know what Comicsgate was.
Dude, the guy was
he
dealing
knew.
with so much shit towards the end of his life. He said in court, like, I wish I could die. You think he gives a shit about Comicsgate or your shitty opinions online? Get out of here.
No. The thing is, like, after his wife died, people were shocked that he lived as long as he did.
Yeah.
I know. I thought when I heard the news of his wife, I thought that he was gonna die of a broken heart. Just their story and everything. I just thought you see that a lot when one goes. Pretty soon the other one can't live without him, and I thought that's what's gonna happen. And no, he lived a year and a half.
Yeah, like man strength, man. That is a strong old dude. That is, especially from that generation. I'm wondering how our generation of old men will be.
Nothing like that. No offense.
I don't know. I'll let you know.
Will they be able to lift the pen?
I mean, I look at it this way, though, Stan. The man lived to 95. That's a grand old age, and he lived a life I am so envious of. I mean, was he a perfect saint? No, but he accomplished so much. I wish I could accomplish half of what he's done.
Well, and
He accomplished more than more than anyone could ever ask for. I mean, like I said earlier, he was a vet. He created an industry. He created jobs. He created characters that will live on past his death and probably past mine.
Oh yeah.
He's done a hell of a lot more than the people on Twitter who basically make GoFundMe so we could pay their bills.
Well, he's
That are complaining about him.
Oh my
for
God,
sure.
yeah.
bad person. So dumb. But also, plus, he considering where he comes from, what the 1920s, he's a lot better than a lot of other old men around his same age, right? Like, you'd think he'd be so much worse, like hating everybody, hating races and genders or something, like a lot of people think other old people do.
Right.
Nicest dude around, considering it. Like where he comes from. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about it. I mean,
I've talked to people that have met Stan Lee, and every one of them said, "Oh, he's one of the nicest old men you will ever meet."
Yeah, he's
Like,
a nice guy.
talking to your like that awesome grandpa that you have.
exactly, or a really strong uncle. No, just kidding.
You don't make when you're in a wheelchair and you're old. You don't make that type of an effort to go out to conventions and sign stuff for fans if you didn't really care. Like, it's so obvious in his actions.
And if he has to go on a plane all the time, I mean, going on a plane in general is annoying. Just being an old dude trying to do it, my God.
Dude, I'm 23 and I despise it.
You're the baby of the group. Finally, Jesus. Everybody I know is older than me.
Wait, am I
the old man in here?
I'm 24, yeah.
No, Flip's the old man, and then...
That's right.
I don't know. I might be competing.
How old are you, Nerdette?
I'm 35, B.
Okay, he's older than me. I'm good. I'm not telling how old I am. I'm right around 30.
I'll be 36. Yeah, I'll be 30. Yeah, I'll be 30. I'll be 36 next month. So I'm the old man of the group.
Yeah,
I've been 30 for 2 years.
Oh no, that's not true, Jeff. I'm 45.
Oh, you got me, Flip.
Flip, you're 45?
Yep.
You look younger.
Thanks.
Yeah, you look like you're
Wow, I wouldn't have guessed that at all.
Yeah, man. 45 as of the 9th, a few days ago.
Nice.
Well, you got a baby face.
Well,
Yeah, that's
you.
too.
Oh God,
little in the fountain.
Nerdette, you want to hear a funny story about a baby face?
Of course.
I was in the Marines, and I was actually at a theater. I can't remember what movie I was going to go see. It might have been the first, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I was going to see it with my wife, and I was playing silent scope, so these two girls were coming up behind me. They couldn't see my left hand because I had a wedding band on. And I'm sitting there playing silent scope, and I'm in a sweatshirt, and I would have figured the Marine Corps haircut would have given me away, but these two girls walk up to me, tap me on the shoulder, and they go, "Excuse me." And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "How old are you?" And at this point, I'd let go of the silent scope rifle, and they can see my left hand. It's like, "I'm 24." They're like, "Oh my God, we thought you were 16." And I'm just going, "Oh God."
Oh my goodness.
My wife walked up, like, "What those two girls want?" "Oh, they want to know how old I was." They're like, "Why?" They thought I was 16, and she just slugs me in the shoulder. Most people think I'm older than my wife, but now that, I've got some, white and gray hairs finally coming, if I actually look older than my wife now.
Jeff the Gray Wolf.
Yes. I'm sure she's thankful for that, at least.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, that's one good thing about well, there's a lot, I guess, but there's one good thing about being black is you for some reason black men keep their youthful looks for a good while, like especially Africans. Dude, there's some African dudes that are like 40 when I was in the army, and I thought they were like 16.
Yeah, no, Asian people too, they hold up really well.
Well, some Asian people do. Other Asian people you look at and you go, "What the hell happened?"
You know what it is. You know what it is.
Sushi.
They hold up really well, and then one day, like overnight, they just age real fast. It's really weird.
When they turn 90, they're 89. They look 40. They turn 90, and then they're 120.
Exactly.
Hey, do you guys remember a movie called Big Trouble in Little China?
Yeah.
Remember
I've heard of it.
Emperor? He still acts today. He looks just the same. Just the fucking same.
Dude, how about Brad Pitt?
I watched like 20 minutes, and I just couldn't watch it.
Well, one guy who can age up and age down really well? Ian McGregor. Oh my God, you can make that guy look 16 and then turn right around and make him look 50.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's do a young and old Obi-Wan story.
Oh man, I watched your video about the old Obi-Wan Sith. Man, you spoke my feelings, bro. That's what this whole fandom needs is an Obi-Wan movie.
Exactly.
No,
Thank
what
you,
the
man. Thank
fandom
you.
we needed Star Wars 1313.
Yeah.
We needed a Boba Fett movie. And honestly, we needed a movie completely removed from the Empire, Old Republic.
Fucking super weapons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we needed, Knights of the Old Republic or a Darth Bane trilogy. We need something completely removed from Luke Skywalker and the Emperor.
How about fucking Yuuzhan Vong trilogy?
I would love that.
Yuuzhan Vong,
in the right direction.
that was kind of a bad call for the expanded universe.
Well, at least some bad guys that are from the Outer Rim that are similar to like a very huge. I mean, it got to be similar.
I mean, granted, it was a wild choice, but I just didn't like how it all finally shook out. It was a little too little Duet Machina for my taste.
Yeah, they don't have to follow the EU verbatim. They could just use the character concept.
Mara Jade? Anybody?
Yeah.
Star Killer? How about a Star Killer film?
Oh, I'd watch that.
How about Darth Talon? Do a woman.
Ooh.
Yeah, Angus likes Talon.
Ooh, Darth Talon. Ooh.
Yep.
But you're right, Obi-Wan. I mean, Ewan McGregor. They're one and the same to me. They he can be aged up and down.
Yeah, but no.
They keep on cock teasing us. They keep on going, yeah, we'll make one. Oh, no, just kidding. No, we might make one again. Nah, I don't know.
Well, that's why I'm a little hopeful about The Mandalorian, because they're basically trying to say you might see some, similar concepts of what's going on before, but it's going to be something pretty much completely separated. Maybe, from, Return of the Jedi and all that.
Yeah.
And most people are screaming, if it's a female, I'm going to play boy. It's like, well, my view is if they get the female Mandalorian right, I won't care either way. But if they do this whole social justice bullshit and try to call her a Mandalorian, yeah, I'm going to go fucking apeshit because I'm a huge Mandalorian fanboy.
Hey, Wolf, would you want a Boba Fett movie in between the trilogies, or would you like it in between this, like Boba getting out of the Sarlacc pit to start off?
Either or, don't matter to me.
Do you guys really want a Boba Fett film? I never saw the appeal in that.
No, I don't really.
Dude. Oh my god, I just made a video about Boba Fett, dude. Check it out. I explain, with the whole context of the 6-movie saga before the sequels, why Boba Fett is fucking cool. And it's mainly just the dialogue of Han Solo that validates him.
I would like to see him establish his relationship with Vader and with the Hutts. That would be kind of cool.
Well, guys, here's one thing you have to understand about Boba Fett, and this is EU lore. Boba Fett in the EU single-handedly took down an entire stormtrooper battalion in a building to get to his mark to deliver to the Hutts. That's how badass Boba Fett is. Boba Fett has gone toe-to-toe with Vader in the EU in a lightsaber duel and lived. In fact, at one point, got the upper edge on Vader and decided not to kill him because he didn't want the entire Empire breathing down his neck the rest of his life.
I'm aroused.
So, that's Boba Fett.
I'd be down for that. Hell yeah.
Sounds cool.
Indeed. Yeah, I just don't think that he'd be a good protagonist for the most part. I mean, he'd be cool in a movie, but not as a protagonist. Maybe as the antagonist.
He's no good to me, dead.
No, I'd like to see Boba Fett in kind of a rogues gallery type deal. You know, with IG-88, Drongar, Boss, all of them in a rogues gallery type movie. That would be fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I agree.
Yeah, and Sith, think of it this way: Vader has the entire Empire at his disposal, yet he hires bounty hunters to get his mark. So that kind of puts it in perspective.
And not only that, he specifically points at Boba Fett and goes, "No disintegration," meaning he's worked for Vader before and killed the target, and Vader was a little bit peeved, but still respected Fett enough not to kill him. And
cool.
Vader is also known for basically when someone pisses him off, just choking them out and killing them. He's done it twice in Empire by that point.
So you know what they could do? They could do a Boba and Vader film.
That would be fun.
I'd be down for that. If they're like forced to work together, but they don't want to, and they're like a hair away from killing each other at any time.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Oh, you know something I would like to see? I would like to see them expand on, if they wanted, they could do the Knights of Ren and maybe justify why they're cool or something. Or something else. You could do the Imperial Guard, because they make a little wave in a Disney book, Lords of the Sith, which is actually pretty good.
No, I'd like to see a pretty much PG-13 verging on rated R Darth Bane trilogy. If you've never read the books, they're phenomenal. They're probably my third or fourth favorite EU series ever.
Do you guys think that a Revan trilogy would be too similar to what they try to do with Kylo?
No, because Revan makes Kylo look like a pussy.
How so? Compare qualities. Kylo,
well, let's see. Revan has been nearly killed twice. In the game Star Wars The Old Republic, he was left alive for 300 years, survived, and starts a war with the Empire and the Republic, and damn near brings both to their knees.
Yeah, but I just wanted to hear you talk about that.
I mean, Revan is just a pure badass.
You think he'd beat Rey?
He's probably one of the few people in the Star Wars expanded universe, if and or otherwise, that would have a chance of beating her. And I think at this point right now, after The Last Jedi, he could walk all over her and try not to get any on his boots while he did it.
Even with all the Mary Sue stuff?
She a whammon.
He'd stomp her guts in and look at her and go, "Child, please."
Fish. Nice. Good point.
And then he'd probably pick her up and go, "If you really want to learn how to do this, follow me."
Yes, sir.
And then Kyle's like, "What about me? My grandfather was Darth Vader."
He'd probably just force push him in a wall and go, "Shut up, I'll get to you later."
Oh, God. So that Darth Vader thing, as cool as it is, like, it makes you question, like, well, how did he get the helmet? And, like, why is he talking about it? Makes no sense, because Anakin comes back to the light in Return of the Jedi. So it's like, wouldn't he counsel Kylo, like, what are you doing, grandchild?
It only makes sense if there's going to be a twist, and then Kylo's really an agent of the light. And when he says, "I want to finish what you started," he really means, like, taking out the last remnants of the Empire.
That would make sense, yeah. I don't see where Kylo got the helmet. There's so many questions they've left unanswered.
The thing is, that's standard J.J. Abrams bullshit, where he'll just throw a bunch of shit on screen, don't explain.
Your expectations are just subverted, you man baby.
Because the thing is, you can't even blame that on Ruin Johnson. All of those questions fall squarely on JJ, and he failed to explain anything.
I think JJ meant to. He had notes that he handed off for episode 8 that Ryan just like wiped his ass with.
Oh yeah, I know.
Robert Willie in the chat says, "What if Batman became a Jedi?"
He'd win.
If Batman.
Batman became a Jedi? I mean, there's a video where Batman takes on Darth Vader, and the only reason Vader wins is
the death battle video?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
What do you think, Nerdette?
I don't know. I don't know what a Jedi is.
Luke Skywalker.
I feel so bad.
Oh, so
they
that's
run
a
around
good
with
guy?
the shiny sticks.
I feel so bad you've been so left out of this conversation.
I literally seen the first 3 Star Wars when I was like 12. That's my experience with Star Wars. That is it.
The Jedi are Obi-Wan, Luke, and Yoda. They're Jedi.
So they're the good guys, right?
Yes.
The guys who moved the
from
rock.
a certain point of view, because the Jedi did do some very fucked up things.
Yeah, but she didn't
You want to hear an example? You know the planet Mandalore, the TV show Clone Wars, how it's a desert planet? The Jedi caused that.
How would I know about that planet?
He's like, who?
I have nothing. I know nothing. I'm not kidding when I say nothing. I know nothing.
Oh, well, Nerdette, also, in the Old Republic and Obi-Wan's days, if you were Force sensitive, the Jedi just came and kidnapped you from your family, indoctrinated you as a baby, and you just became a Jedi.
Well, that's pretty fucked up.
They tell the parents, we're taking your baby. And they're like, okay, can't stop you. So.
What? Wow. That's really messed up.
Yeah, so from a certain point of view as Obi-Wan, because there's a line in Revenge of the Sith where Anakin screams at Obi-Wan, from my point of view, the Jedi are evil, and he can definitely make a case for it.
Yeah.
From my point of view, the Jedi are evil. A little nerdy voice.
Then you are lost.
You were my brother
the funny
Anakin.
part is, everybody rags on Hayden Christensen for bad acting, but if you've ever seen the movie Takers that has him, guy that played Brian O'Connor in the Fast and Furious movies.
Paul Walker?
Paul Walker and a couple of other guys. It's about a group of guys who go in and like do stings and raids and all that fun stuff and steal from people. You see, there's this great scene of Hayden Christensen. He's sitting there in a wife beater and a fedora, smoking a cigarette, playing the piano, and his acting talent is like, dude, why aren't you doing this level of acting in Star Wars?
Dude, he was great in Shattered Glass and Awake. He was great in those films.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Jumper
was more Anakin styled. I mean, Takers, he was at a completely different level. It's like, dude, where were these acting chops when you were in Star Wars?
It was
George Lucas made him act certain ways,
Yeah, it was George.
Speaking of Hayden, I saw a recent photo. He was at like a con recently, and someone brought a bag of sand to take a picture with him.
I saw that.
He doesn't like sand, Nerdette, so it's funny. He comes from a sand planet, and he's like, I don't like sand.
Of course, it's rough.
Irritated. Yes.
Well,
Yeah, that was super funny. I totally got it.
Rookie, here's a fun one for you. I was talking to a buddy of mine from the Marines, and the thing is, he puts it in perspective. It's like, well, what do you expect? You're talking about a hyper-emotional 19-year-old who's never really been able to express himself, and he absolutely abhors sand. So, yeah, he's a whiny teenager who's whining. It's like, that makes total sense.
Well, it doesn't make sense. We're just saying it comes off as weird when he says it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, what social interaction has he really had besides Obi-Wan?
He's had 10 years to...
It's not just that. He has control issues because he's never had control of his life.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I was the male feminist I was in medic training with. He's always crying about Anakin so rapey and this and like always shitting on the prequels. And this is a guy who loves the sequel trilogy, mind you. And he's like, oh, Anakin's so rapey and this and that. And it's like, he becomes Darth Vader. I don't care if he's rapey. He destroys fucking Alderaan just to make a point. Like,
well, that was more Tarkin, but some of the best scenes in Rogue One were the Vader scenes, like when Krennic's trying to mouth off the Vader, and Vader starts choking him, and you see Vader turn around with his fingers in the choking position. It's like, make sure you don't choke on your ambitions. And I'm like, Vader made a pun? Wow!
Well, no, hey, Wolf. He does that in Empire. He's like, won't you join us for dinner? And it's like, they don't have a fucking choice.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny to see Vader have moments of levity like that. But the best scenes with Vader, and Nerdette, you can find this on YouTube, is when he goes on that rampage at the end of Rogue One. Oh my god! I had a total nerdgasm when I watched that scene.
That scene got me pregnant.
A nerdgasm. Oh my god, I'm stealing that.
Go ahead.
Go right on ahead. That's been out for years.
I never heard that. I'm so sheltered.
Well, hang out. Well, Nerdette, this Saturday, hang out with us, and we'll shatter that for you.
Yeah. Wolf. This weekend for our Cinema Squad thing, I'm gonna just bring on people who want to come in. So you guys are welcome. I guess.
What time are we gonna do it? Because it needs to be like at 4 or 5 my time.
I was gonna check. So Wolf, is Saturday or Sunday good? Which day?
Saturday would be better. My wife is starting to get a little pissed with the whole Sunday thing.
Okay. So
Saturday would be better.
So yeah, so like what, noon or 1 o'clock Saturday for Pacific time?
Pacific, that puts it around 4 or 5. Yeah, we can do that. I may still be at work, but I can still use this tablet thingy. I'll just be running trailers around. So if I disappear for moments of time, that's what I'd be doing Saturday.
Okay. All right, sounds good. You got to go back to work right now?
Oh no, I'm waiting for another guy to get out of the dock door so I can get in the dock door and get unloaded.
Okie dokie.
I have to drop my load. A lot of it.
Drop the load.
Hey,
gross.
I work in an industry where you can say I'm hauling around a reefer and it's totally legit. because certain trucks are trailers and companies do refrigerator runs. Like my last company was Fry Miller. I'd go out to Dodge City, pick up a load of beef, and go to California a lot of times.
So you pick up meat and you drop loads.
Do you need some tissue?
Yeah. Nice.
Well,
Nice.
maybe I.
Hey, what is hauling reefer?
Oh,
Like you
refrigerator.
don't know.
No, I meant in the trucking terms.
Doing the reefer.
Yeah, I was gonna say from a while ago, just bringing it back a little bit to the games. Did you guys ever play the Spider-Man PS1?
Nope.
No, I played Spider-Man 2 on PS2.
I played the Spider-Man movie games, but I did it on Xbox. Never had a PlayStation.
No, the Spider-Man PS1 one is hilarious, and Stan Lee does a lot of narration in it, big time. And the Venom stuff, the henchmen are in it. It is one of the hilarious little 2001, or I think it was in 2001 area PS1 games. Holy shit! The stuff they say all the time is ridiculous. Since none of you know. Anything I say from it, you won't know what I'm talking about. If you look up Spider-Man PS1, you probably see some clips of some of that shit. It is hilarious.
I've heard of it. I've never played it though. The best Spider-Man game I've ever played though was Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, where you can play,
that one's so good.
Where you can play as Spider-Man and then Ultimate Spider-Man, who got the symbiote suit. My favorite Spider-Man, and call me crazy, is Spider-Man Noir. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Dude,
oh my god, that game was so good. Sorry, go ahead.
The suit was sick. The Noir suit.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. If I could be any Spider-Man, I'd be Spider-Man Noir in a heartbeat.
I'll check that game out, dude. I'm writing that one down.
I mean, say what you want about Razor Fist, but he is totally correct about a lot of the old school pulp characters like the Phantom or the Shadow, where you get that noir feel. And that's a real big reason why I think Batman the Animated Series works so well, because it was just that great noir aesthetic.
Yeah. No, I like Razor Fist, but I just think he was off on the McCain thing.
Oh, yeah. Hey, not everybody's on all the time, and sometimes he just gets... Everybody gets triggered on something. Like, I just put out a video about those people condemning Stan Lee, and, well, let's just say I'm a little triggered.
Yeah.
Yep. Anybody comment on it negatively? Say, you're just mad because...
Well, no one commented on it yet. I mean, I just put it out, like, 20 minutes ago.
Okay, yep. I'll check that out afterward.
Same.
Be advised, lots of swearing, lots of rage.
Yeah, I think that's why people are afraid of your channel sometimes, Wolf, because you don't hold back at all.
Dude, the guy's name is Iron Wolf. What do you expect?
I don't know, but it's like I want more people to sub to him because he says a lot of good stuff. But like a lot of people see that he talks about politics and other things, and I think they don't want to hear any of that. But it's entertaining when he talks about it because he just speaks his mind and howls out, and it's hilarious.
I'm definitely gonna sub.
Someone just commented on it, but it's one of my my regular viewers, Raymond Reviews. He says, sometimes I can't believe the bullshit people say, and I'm like, amen, brother.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, so we've been going on for 2 hours and 20 minutes, which is awesome. I still think I want to keep this going until like another 40 minutes. Going good. But I don't have any more topics to go down, honestly.
Has anyone ever played Spider-Man Friend vs. Foe?
Heard of it, never played it.
Oh, it's so but it's more like I guess I played it with my nephew and we co-opted the whole thing. And it's so good. I mean, it's not quite as good as Shattered Dimensions, and it is aimed at a younger audience, but it's another one worth checking out because it's probably at this point like $7. You know, it was cheap when I bought it.
A couple of Star Wars games you should check out. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. They are the quintessential Star Wars games you will ever play. They're RPG style. They're freaking amazing.
Hell yeah, I'll check it out.
And the third one I will recommend is Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. The best lightsaber combat you will ever find in a game.
That game is so fun to play.
I love that game, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That was back before multiplayer was a huge online thing. That one was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
And the only other two Star Wars games I would recommend would be Star Wars Republic Commando. Think Halo, but you've got an entire fire team, and you've got a rifle that can switch between a normal rifle, a sniper rifle, and a grenade launcher.
You forgot about Battlefront. The original.
Battlefront 2.
Okay, the original one, yes. The new ones, they can go fuck themselves.
Agreed. Big time. Big time.
They don't even have Galactic Conquest.
I know. No, they're going to add that later. I keep on hearing from people that come in to work all the time. They bring that up sometimes. And they're like, oh, yeah, they'll add it a new DLCs. I'm like, that shit should have been right when launch. Like, right away, not later. It's freaking They should have called the new ones a different title because they're not even Battlefront.
You know what's funny, though? I'm so shallow because, like, I talk shit about the game, but as soon as they add Obi-Wan and Anakin, I'm totally going to play for like 40 hours.
So shallow.
I'm such a Star Wars slut.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
But if you guys want
that's how they get us.
Yeah, but if you guys really want to hear my age, this is the first Star Wars game I ever really played. Star Wars TIE Fighter on my dad's 386 SX PC. I actually had to have an A-Drive boot jump just to play the game because the computer couldn't do it on its own.
Hey, Jeff, I had that too, man. And I had X-Wing also.
Those were some of the best Starfighter games of their day.
You had to control every
fun.
aspect of those freaking, machines. It was really something.
Yeah. I really wish they'd remaster those for like modern graphics and re-release them. Oh
hell yeah.
I'd love to play me some TIE Avengers again.
Hell yeah.
And if you guys don't know, on my channel, I really need to get back of Ships of Lost Lore because I haven't done one of those in so long. But the first one I ever did was the TIE Avenger. It is literally my favorite Star Wars fighter in the entirety of Star Wars. It has it all.
Yeah, did you guys ever play Rogue Squadron on N64?
No.
Played all three of them. In fact, they actually, in 2006, had it on PC.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So I took it so I actually found a copy of it when I was in deployment in Dubai, and I played it all the way home from Dubai to California.
Wait, was TIE Fighter the one where you could play as a rebel pilot or something?
No, you were completely an Imperial pirate.
Oh, I'm thinking a different game. I don't know if it was Rogue Squadron or a different one where you can kind of go back and forth between being a ship and then being as the pilot, like on the Death Star or something. I don't remember.
No. Actually, you know what? There's an old Star Wars 2D game I played on PC. It was on my old 888. That was actually my first one. It was basically an arcade on rails shooter where you actually, you do the Death Star trench run and all that. And I'm like, oh wow, I just thought of it.
Hey Jeff, you want to hear my age? I played that in the arcades in the 80s.
Oh no!
Yeah, the whole old school 2D render where it was just black and white with lines and shit.
That's right. It was awesome.
That's hardcore.
Yeah, my dad and I built my first computer when I was 5, and that was the first game I ever really played on a computer, and I played that for hours.
Oh, damn.
And it wasn't easy to play. It wasn't super easy. A lot of fun, though.
Go ahead.
Wolf, I was going to ask, how does it feel to pass 100 subs now?
Oh, shit, I did?
Yeah,
I didn't even know.
I didn't even know. Well, I'll have to do a celebratory video.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. We're going to get you to 150 by the end of the year, man.
Well, the funny part is I just picked up like 5 over the last like 3 days. I think it's because of the World Class Bullshitters video. Angus and I.
Yeah, same thing happened to me.
The funny part is, every time I go on World Class Bullshitters, I pick up like 6 subs.
Yes, that's the way to do it, man.
But actually, I gotta reach out to Jessie Milestone because she said she wanted to do a live stream with me sometime soon. But right now, she's in New Orleans.
Yeah,
She's
said,
cool, man.
Yeah, she said definitely to do a live stream sometime. So
Yeah, she was having some computer problems though. Did you guys see that?
yeah,
Yeah,
it was glitching on her sometimes.
her second live stream was "fuck you, YouTube," and I'm like, that's fantastic.
How do you not click on that? Like,
I don't know.
I was watching one of her live streams a while ago, and she was in a hotel, and a fucking tornado warning hit, and then she was streaming from the bathtub in the hotel.
yeah, that's awesome.
Dude, there's always some fun shit going on in her streams.
Safety first.
That's funny because I'm from Oklahoma, and like my mom had a steel storm cellar put in the backyard, and like we've never had a tornado scare. Like we had one probably about 15 miles to the north of us, but there's never been a purpose to have that storm cellar really.
Turn it into a man cave.
Do you wish there was one so you could finally use it?
Oh no, dude! So one time we because I was still like under 18, so like my mom like made me get in the cellar with her during like a thunderstorm warning, and get in, and then like because there's a tree right next to the cellar, and then we hear like a big boom, and I'm thinking like, oh fuck, what if the door is caught under this tree? How are we gonna get out? And then we can't get reception through the steel, and I was like freaking out internally, and then I tried once the like storm subsided, I tried the door and it opened right away, and it was a fucking shingle that fell on the roof. That was it.
Angus, here's one for you. I was driving my truck. I actually have my little dog Harley with me. He's a little Pomeranian, and we were on I-44. We had just gotten into Oklahoma. We were at that first rest station off of the rest area off of the turnpike, and I'd stopped there for the night because I ran out of hours. And oh my God, the tornado must have been within a mile with me because I'm in a truck that's loaded 42,000 pounds in the trailer. So I'm almost at gross weight of 80,000, and my truck is literally getting rocked back and forth so hard. I was like, okay, I may need to abandon this truck soon because holy shit, there was horizontal rain. I'm going, oh my God, Harley, come here. We may have to run here.
Yep.
Damn.
You know it's something when you have an 80,000 pound truck, whipped around like a leaf on the wind.
Yeah. Wizard of Oz shit, man.
And that was something wild.
Damn, man, you always have the funnest stories with all that shit. You're always experiencing something.
Hey, I live life. I may as well share about it because, boy, between the Marines and truck driving, I've seen some shit.
Damn.
I bet you have, man. Hell yeah.
Is Nerdette still here? Did we scare her away?
No, she's good. She made herself.
No, I'm here. No, yeah, I just mute myself when someone else is talking so I don't like accidentally cough or something.
Oh, that's polite.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just listening to the Star Wars-ness that I literally can say nothing about. So I just listen.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, sometimes
you're fine.
When we go this long, sometimes like I said, it literally just it devolves into whatever we're talking about. So I mean, it'll switch on a dime. So.
Hey, nerd.
Oh yeah, no, I don't mind.
Tell us about the next comic you're gonna buy. Tell us what the next best one is.
The next one, I guess I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the next Nightwing because I want to see if it's another trash one. Batman's been. What's that?
Speaking about Nightwing, how do you feel about the Titans TV show?
You know what? I actually watched the first episode yesterday, and as bad as it looked on the trailer, it's nothing like that. It
Really?
was surprisingly very, very good.
Wow. Miracles do happen.
Yeah,
don't
and
know.
I thought it was going to be awful, and I did only see one episode, so I can't say a whole lot. But from what I've heard, people are enjoying the other ones too, so I'm surprised at how good it was.
This is my issue with that show. It's just like, first of all, like the trailer where he's like "fuck Batman" was cringy, but my issue wasn't with that. It was with they had to make a Batman who murders people for Dick Grayson to have a plot, which is you don't need to do that.
Bullshit.
I don't know. It's so weird to me.
I don't think that was necessary, and I don't know why. I don't know why Jeff Jones or anybody would ever think that they needed a killing Batman, because Dick Grayson is a good enough character on his own to be Nightwing. Why isn't he a good enough creator, to do this kind of a thing? So they didn't need to make him a killer. You don't need to make Batman a murderer to rationalize Dick Grayson having a falling out with Batman. It's so stupid. Exactly, it is, and they could have just, they could have went with anything else but him being a killer. And then in the first episode, he said the reason he acts the way he does is because he doesn't want to be like, he was seeing himself become like Batman too much. So he could have just said that, in the sense that Batman's a loner. There's 100 things they could have said besides the killer aspect.
How about his obsession?
Like, the new animated Batman movie, In the Family, where, you see Nightwing, the younger Robin, that's Batman's son. You see Batwing, Batwoman. And it's like, Nightwing even explains, I just wanted to get out from underneath the shadow of Bruce Wayne and Batman and be my own person.
And that's exactly right.
And if you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. It's actually a really good movie.
Which one is it?
In the Family.
In the Family? Why haven't I heard of that?
Yeah, I'm gonna
actually hold on. Let me double check because I have it on my list. I got to make sure I have the right name for it. That's what I'm calling it, because hell, there's even a cameo at the end by Barbara Gordon as Batgirl.
I'm thinking you have the wrong name, but I could be wrong.
Hold on. I'm looking right now. Batman Bad Blood. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, Bad Blood is the best one.
That was awesome.
It is so good.
Oh God. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm throwing up a little bit in my mouth right now. The new She-Ra just released on Netflix.
Oh Jesus.
Guys, I have to go.
Oh, okay. Thanks for coming along, Sith.
Nice talking to you.
See you later.
I'm joking.
Oh, for no, because
oh my God.
I was slow on that one.
I really should see myself out after that, though.
That was awesome. No, that was good. That was a good one, man.
Did you have a nerdgasm?
I think I had a nerd seizure.
It's funny. It's a play on Nerdette's name.
Oh God! But I just saw the thing for it. I'm like, should I watch the first one just so I can do a reaction rant video on it?
Maybe
do I want to subject myself to that kind of torture?
For all you know, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I believe it.
I'm old enough to remember the original She-Ra. She was a badass,
but she had boobs. They don't like
yes, and it was awesome.
Booty and
feminism. Feminists hate boobs.
I don't
they
get
hate
why.
the female form, which is ironic.
Which makes no sense. If you want to be why would you not want to be feminine? Why would you not want to have curves? Why would you want to look like a boy ever?
Do you know why?
No.
I have a theory why.
I mean, that's why, people ask me, if I think, what's her name that plays Ray is hot, and I'm like, no. And they're like, why? It's like, she's as flat as a 12-year-old boy. I like curves.
And she walks around when she makes her lines, and her acting is all open mouth. It's weird.
Mm-hmm. You could literally, you could like tape her face to a surfboard and it'd be the same thing.
That was a good one, dude.
That was
Thank
great.
you. I had to redeem myself after that last one.
You're a misogynist.
Redemption.
I want to hear this theory on feminism, though.
Okay, they hate boobs and like the feminine figure because most of the people complaining about it don't have a body anywhere near that, and it makes them feel like insecure.
That's why
I see that, because if you notice, a lot of them, they're either rails or heavy.
Yeah.
And they're never very feminine looking, as far as girls like to take care of their hair. They like to take care of their nails. They like to look nice when they go out of the house. That's what being a girl is about. And I don't understand why that's ever been an issue with them. I want to be girly. A man should want to be manly. That should be yin and yang.
They want guys to be girly and girls to be manly.
Yeah, and like feminist men, I don't understand at all.
Feminist men just want to get inside feminist women's pants.
But
no, that could be it.
Already denied.
This is my view on the relationship between men and women. This is coming from a warrior ethos that I really like.
Mm-hmm.
If they stand behind you, defend them. If they stand beside you, respect them. If they stand opposed to you, show them no mercy. Guess where feminists like to stand?
I don't know.
They like to stand opposed. Like, for me and my wife, she stands shoulder to shoulder with me. I call her my shield because she loves the show Vikings, and one of her favorite character, if not her favorite character, is Lagertha.
Yeah.
Yes. And my wife would literally be Lagertha. She'd pick up a sword or a shield and an axe and go to war with a smile on her face.
See, that's awesome. I mean, I'm not quite like that. I'm like, you know, a little bit of a baby. But that's awesome, you know. Demand as a woman that demands respect. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, though, she also still likes to be girly. She likes to dress up. She likes to put makeup on. She likes to, you know, grab black leather boots that go up to her knee.
But no, makeup is a tool used by the patriarchy to subject women to be objectified props.
Yeah.
What?
And if someone said that to my wife, they'd probably be eating her fist, and I'd be standing there going, and I'd stand there and be golf clapping like, "Well done, honey."
Oh my God, that makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. Makeup is a tool to not. You shouldn't have to wear makeup to be pretty. You shouldn't. But you can use it to enhance yourself. You know what I mean? You can use it to look nicer, to fit the mood, to fit your dress, to fit your, you know, whatever you're wearing, and you should be able to be able to do your nails and feel pretty. That's what a girl is being about. I don't care that I'm dorky and like comic books. I don't care that I'm still a girl when it comes down to it.
Exactly.
What is up, everyone?
Hello.
What's up?
Hi.
How is everybody?
Good,
man.
Living the dream, brother. Living the dream.
Glad to see you here, Rob.
Hey, what's up, Flip? How are you, my man?
All right.
Hey, yeah, Angus, what's up? Yeah, he's here. Got him.
Awesome.
What's up, Angus?
Oh, not much. I saw your Giants won yesterday by a surprise.
Yeah, that was pretty shocking. I'd rather them lose at this point, though. But whatever.
Yeah, they're hurting their draft stock. But anyway, let's get back to
it's not
stuff.
like we know how to draft anyway.
No, if no one knows how to freaking draft, it's the Cleveland freaking Browns, who usually has the #1 draft spot every fucking year.
I don't get that.
They made up for it with Baker Mayfield from Oklahoma. So you're welcome. Y'all gave us Eagles, or the Browns gave us Eagles, McNabb and Wentz. So it's about time you got a quarterback.
I mean, you look at the freaking Browns. They get like a first or second round draft pick like every fucking year. They should be stacked for years. One of the worst team in football.
Oh yeah. All right. So enough about that. Enough about sports talk. Enough about sports.
You nerd.
Jeez.
What are you, a dweeb?
John, is there any topics you wanted to bring up? John?
You mean Rob?
Rob? Oh, sorry. Why did I say John?
John.
I don't know why I said John. Sorry, Rob. Yeah, Rob.
Luckily, your name's not Jeff.
Wow. If there's too many Jeff, then I don't know. That Jay's. Yeah, Rob, it's been a while since our last stream. So anything cool you want to bring up?
Well,
No?
I mean, you guys were talking about Stan Lee, so I thought that was cool.
Yep, that's good. Anything you want to say on that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You're
Okay, cool.
Oh, no, it's going robotic.
Tomo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Yep. Beep boop. Yep, it went robotic, man. Now, if you're talking right now, Rob, no, we don't hear you.
Yeah, we lost you, man. We lost the stream.
Nope, that's all right. Hey, Rob, we'll have you in on the next one, all right? I don't know if there's an issue because, yeah, we can't really hear you with it.
Maybe drop them and re-invite them.
If I drop them, then I don't think I can re-invite them back in.
I think it's a connection issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Nerdette, you want to hear a funny story?
Of course.
Okay, I was a Marine. I was stationed in Kaneohe Bay, Hawaii, and a buddy of mine wanted to go out on town because I was married, but my wife was at a different duty station for a year. So I went out with him, and I was, basically being his wingman. And this one college girl comes up to me, and she will not leave me alone. She finally just begs me for my phone number. So here's the phone number I gave her. 808, which is the Honolulu area code, 867-5309. And she totally bought it.
8675309.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, that's so good. And she believed you?
Oh, totally bought it.
You should have
Oh
tried
my God, I'm going to
1-877
use that
Carson.
from now on.
Oh, and you want to see the name I gave her?
What's that?
McCockiner. Barry McCockiner.
Oh my God! No way!
Totally bought it.
Oh my God!
Oh, I told my buddy Ed as we were walking out, he was literally rolling on the ground outside, hollering and laughing. You can hear it echoing down the alley. I was laughing my ass off too.
Oh my God!
I've never heard that one before.
I haven't either. I've heard like bend over and stuff like that, but I've never heard that one. Oh my God, that's
Jack
so good.
Niehoff?
Oh, I've heard Jack
that one.
IP Freely.
Seymour Butts.
Classic.
All right, so
But you guys have never heard Barry McCockiner?
No, never. Oh my God. That's so funny.
No, I first heard that on late night channel outside of San Jose. He actually ended up going down to do a radio show in San Diego, but he would prank call him, and people ask him, McCockiner, Barry McCockiner.
Oh my God.
Like, oh my God. One person repeated it and then realized what he said is like, you fucking asshole. I was just like, oh, that's so great.
Oh my God, that is so funny. I cannot believe that.
First time
I believe she bought it.
First time I ever heard names like that was a Porky's movie where someone calls the place and they're like, "Hey, I need you to find my guy. He's in the parking lot. His name was Mike Hunt."
Yep. Oh yeah, Mike Hunt. Yeah,
I've never seen Porky's.
I've heard that one as people's names in chats sometimes.
I'm trying to remember some of the Bart Simpson ones.
That's what I was thinking from The Simpsons.
Oh, Rookie. Actually, there was a guy in World of Warships, the game I play, who actually was a carrier player who had the name Mike Hunt, and they finally made him remove it because I'm like,
fine.
They let him get away with that for like over a year. I was like, wow.
Flipped out. That makes yours sound so PC.
Yeah. Oh, I've got one coming, but I don't want to reveal it yet.
Good. Keep it good. Lay it on us when it's good. Sounds good. Well,
hey, Brookie.
Yeah.
Hey, I just wanted to say, guys, I got to get going, but it was a real pleasure, Nerdette and Sith K and Jeff. Finally, Iron Wolf, it was good to finally get on here with you.
Yeah, it was great.
Awesome, Flip.
All right.
See you later.
Yeah, we're doing another one this weekend, man. We can have
Take care.
Yeah,
see you,
right
man.
on.
Talk soon.
Thanks, Brookie. Thanks, Angus.
See you around, Flip.
Alrighty.
Hey, there he is.
Later, Flip.
Hey, it's John.
You're John from now on, Rob.
Okay.
No kill Johnny 5.
I guess that's my new name. Can you hear me?
You're a robot.
Going in and out, all robotic, kind of. It's like, hey, and you hear it.
How'd that go again?
That was not robotic. That was something else. That was another R word. I'm not
That was a mental disorder right there, but all right. It's the same word, Rob.
Is this better?
There we go.
A little bit. Yep.
Okay, yeah, the Wi-Fi is like horrible where I'm at, so I'm having all these problems. I was like, crap.
Yeah.
Well, if you got a good 4G LTE phone, you can do this off your phone. Like I'm doing this off a tablet right now off of T-Mobile.
Do you work for T-Mobile?
No.
You should.
That was super random.
Yeah.
No, he was like with the 4G LTE feature.
I was trying to figure out where did that come from.
I know. I was too. I'm like, he literally just said he drove truck.
Yeah, but he's a nerd at heart. There we go.
Hey, I was in the nerdiest unit in the Marine Corps. In fact, I got told by a grunt once, "Oh, radio battalion. You guys are just civilians with Marine uniforms on." And I'm like, yes, we are.
But didn't you go through boot camp?
Oh, I did.
So you're a Marine.
Radio battalion, we're signals intelligence. You're basically talking the top 1% of smart people in the Marine Corps is in this unit. And we all know it.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to Radio Battalion in a nutshell.
Yeah, Wolf and Angus are Marines, or were in the Army anyway.
Angus is Army, I'm the Marine.
Yeah, okay, get the specifics out. Go ahead.
Okay, Army stands for ain't ready to be a Marine yet.
Oh.
Hey, this sums up Marines, dude. When we're in medic training, no, not even medic training, just basic, like the first week, they show us a video from Iraq where there's a sniper. Marines are on patrol. One gets sniped. The next guy goes to grab him. He gets shot. And then the third guy goes to grab him. He gets shot. And the fourth guy goes and he's like, wait a minute. And then he goes behind a wall and waits.
Hey,
that's the Marines.
Angus, all I've got to say is Marines took Fallujah, handed it over to you Army jokers, and then you lost it and we had to come back and retake it for you.
Hey, I had nothing to do with Iraq. I wanted to go to Iraq. That's why I joined. And then I joined, and Obama does that sequestration shit and cuts Iraq down to nothing.
Hey, all I got to say is Army lost Fallujah, and the Marines had to come back and retake it. And then we had to sit there until Obama pulled us out. Boom.
Well, my army heritage, my division stormed the beaches of Normandy. And so
hey, we asked to come.
That's my legacy.
There you go.
Ike said no. But hey, my heritage... My Marines took Guadalcanal, Tarawa, Iwo Jima, Okinawa, the Solomons. I mean, we basically took the Pacific.
Oh yeah, I love World War II history. There's really no beef with me and Marines or whatever. Like, I remember we played strip poker one time when I was on a break, and this Marine was about to deploy, and I'm thinking like, oh shit, this guy's about to deploy, and it's like, yeah, I'm deploying to the Netherlands. I'm like, that's not a deployment, you little bitch. I just got back from Afghanistan. I'm like, what the fuck's this guy talking about? But yeah, we're playing 21. What's that?
That's like going TAD on vacation to go to the fucking Netherlands. Jesus.
I know. That's not a fucking deployment. And he's probably going to get deployment pay for that. And that just pissed me off. Get to go on vacation, essentially. Like, when I was coming back, we stopped. So I love, one of my favorite people in history is Vlad Dracula, the guy that the vampire is based on. And what do you know? Our stop from Afghanistan is in Romania at a base we have there. And I'm like 2 hours away from... I'm 2 hours away from the castle, but we have like a 36-hour layover and we can't go anywhere outside the base. And it's like, oh, I've waited my whole life to go to Romania and I'm stuck on this freaking base.
Oh, that blows.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like $4,000 to fly there.
Hey, Angus, here's a funny one for you. My wife's a sailor. I have more sea time than she does.
When I was a kid, I loved submarine movies. I wanted to be a submariner, and then I realized I can't swim. I'm like, I want to be a Marine, but then like, oh, you still got to swim, so fuck, That's why I joined the Army.
Yeah, well, you know what Marine stands for, right? My ass right Navy equipment, sir.
I thought you were gonna say Uncle Sam's Misguided Children. That's the easy one.
Oh, that's USMC, Uncle Sam's Moving Company. Navy stands for Never Again Volunteer Yourself.
Alrighty, well, I do feel kind of bad because I just got ESW in here, and I wanted to have him on for a little bit, but I gotta.
That's cool. That's cool. This is pretty interesting, man. This is pretty interesting.
Yeah, just listening to the military, robot. Because Angus and I were part of that Jeff Hicks veteran stream, and we had a blast doing that.
Hey, well, thanks for serving, man. Happy Veterans Day, man.
Yep, that's good. We'll try to get you on this weekend too. I was gonna say John again, Rob.
Rob.
You might just call me John. Just call me John at this point. That's fine.
I don't know why I thought John, but no, I gotta go to class in a little bit, so I'm gonna start closing out. But if you guys want to say anything to the chat for anything last minute, go ahead. If you want to plug yourselves or a video or another channel or something, go ahead. Let's start with Sith.
All right. Well, I'm Sith Kryptonian. My channel is Sith Kryptonian. Is in the description. You could click it to check it out. My Twitter is @SithCryptoYouTube, and I want to say thank you to everyone here. Thank you for having me, Rookie. I had a great time chatting with you guys, and thank you to everyone in the chat. Leave a like on this stream before you leave. Make sure you leave a like on the stream. And yeah, thanks for showing up and watching.
Yeah, and thanks, man. You're a welcome guest, man. So that's good. And yeah, and then Nerdette, go ahead, plug.
Yeah, my channel is Nerdettes Newsstand. I do mostly comic book reviews, cover a little bit of the stuff that's going on within the industry as far as Comicsgate go. And I mean, mostly I stick to the books though. My Twitter is @Tristan, TRISTEN, the girly way, _just. Other than that, that's it. That's all I got to say. Thanks for having me on. I always have fun on here.
All right, that's good. That's what I like to hear. And yeah, you'll definitely come on some more as well. I like your takes, even when you aren't as experienced with Star Wars. It's still fun to hear your responses.
And I know nothing, but yeah, I try.
You're like, oh, the laser swords? Okay.
Yeah, those things.
You know nothing, Nerdette Snow.
Yep. And what about you, Wolf? Anything you want to plug or say?
Well, to quote Boondock Saints, thanks for coming out.
I missed that movie. That was a good one. All right, what about you, Rob?
Oh, you mean John?
Yes. Dude, don't do that. Don't do that. You will confuse me. You will confuse me now.
Well, thanks for having me on. Get my name wrong. I appreciate that. I'm glad I got on for 5 minutes at least. No, you guys are great. I have to say your last live stream was awesome. Like, I couldn't stop laughing. You guys were just terrific. But real quick, my name is Rob, not John, but you can call me John. That's fine. I'm just everything Star Wars, and exactly what my name is what I cover. Cover all sorts of Star Wars stuff, from comics to the streaming service, Galaxy's Edge, the movies, you name it, rumors, speculation, all that stuff. I cover it, I should say. And it's always great listening to you guys. And thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and thanks, man. And I like your take on things. I know in this chat, we didn't pay too much attention to the chat when we got later on. We were just getting caught up in conversation and this is the biggest view count I've had in a while, honestly, and the chat's flying by. But I do notice you guys too. And I know that Rob is really good on noticing chats and stuff. And when you gave me the advice to try to pay attention to it more, I'm trying. I'm learning.
You mean you're not going to be like a half hour behind like you were last time?
I'm trying not to. That's going to be my staple, man. Always a half hour behind the chat. And then, what about you, Angus?
Yeah, so I'm Black Angus Reviews. I cover film philosophy in the NFL. I actually want to maybe get ESW and Dog Sidious. We can do because I know he's a Browns fan, we could do an NFL stream at some point later on, maybe next week. Yeah, I just put up an intro to the comic I've been shilling called Sweet Tooth. It's a really quick intro, and I plan to do a 3-part series to cover more in depth each of the 3 deluxe edition volumes. It's a really fun read. It's quoted as being Mad Max meets Bambi. I hate Bambi, so I hate that connotation. But it's really cool. Yeah, just check out my channel.
I will check it out. Now I'm intrigued.
Mad Max meets Bambi. That sounds great. Holy shit.
Bambi the Road Warrior.
I gotta see that.
Yeah, I got a bunch of good stuff planned. I got something that seems to be perking Proper Jeremy's interest is I want to start doing some AC/DC record appreciations. The first one I plan to do is Fly on the Wall, because I think their most underrated record. So look forward to that if you love AC/DC.
Sorry, favorite record is the black one.
Yeah.
The best one ever. That was epic.
Hey, Nerdette, your favorite person in the world is in the chat, Brandon
I
Moist.
just seen that. And I was like, oh, that's awful. Quit with that word.
The
We
man
got
himself.
Brandon Moist. We've got the
moist. The moist is here, man.
The
Brandon
legend.
Moist.
Oh,
Shit.
enough. Oh, I'm cringing so hard.
Brandon Moist, she just loves your last name.
Yeah.
It's her favorite word.
No.
Moist.
The moistest nerdgasm of all.
Oh, yes.
Eyes are awful.
Oh,
I can't think of a better way to close out. So thank you. Thank you, everybody in the chat. We will try to get to you a little bit more in the next one. Thanks for coming by. This is crew.
He said blessings and moisture be with you.
Yeah.
Moist, you're the man.
That's perfect. So yeah, we're gonna close out now, guys. But thanks for coming by. We'll be on again this weekend. I'm loving doing the live streams, so there might be even more coming on in the future. So have a good one.